Oh boy.
Good.
I get weird when people join us.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
All right, awesome.
Right.
He's like, I should
just leave?
Yeah, okay. I won't look that way. Keep my eyes right
So
there.
we good?
Yeah, we good.
In 5, 4, no.
you
Episode 44.
Yeah.
4 for 4. Welcome to another
Like
episode
Wendy's.
of Please Delete This, like Wendy's. In the building, we have Darren.
Bim.
Genevieve.
And then we got some special guests with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
Who are you guys? Who?
I'm Stan HotInRIDotCom.
Right.
Started HotInRIDotCom a few years ago. Actually, HotInRIDotCom been around for a little
Hold
while.
on, I'm gonna slow you guys down. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. So we have guests in the house from HotInRIDotCom.
.com. Yep.
So you Stan
I'm Stan.
and my brother.
And I'm Tsunami HZ.
Yeah.
What's the name your mama gave you?
Well, my mama named me Lami.
All right, there
Yeah.
we go. And
That rhymes
in
with
the
tsunami.
streets-
Yeah, that's
Lami
what I was
Tsunami?
going for. Yep, Lami
like
Tsunami
that.
on
Lami
Facebook. Yep,
Tsunami
check
all
me out.
day.
Add me.
My nicknames are trash. All right, so
Your nickname's trash?
all my nicknames are trash.
Oh, he said nickname was trash.
Oh, he trying to.
I'm like, what, you be
No,
bodying people,
Darren.
throw them in the trash?
All right, yeah. So we got Stan and Lami Tsunami in the building.
Yeah.
All right, continue with your intro because
Yes.
it's been rudely interrupted.
Nah, because you gotta let the people know
You
what's
gotta
up.
let
Because
people
he
know
jumped
what's up 'cause
in,
they jumped in.
and I
man,
want to
I
make
wanna
sure they understand the gravity of what's going down. You know what I'm saying? We have representatives of the state.
I'm being mature
here.
today. I'm being mature.
That's a lie. All right, go ahead, my brother.
So Stan,
Yes, sir.
Hot and Alright.
How's it going?
Tell us about it.
HotInRIDotCom is basically a marketing and advertising company.
Yeah.
So we basically marketize the entertainment and the lifestyle in Rhode Island. Not even Rhode Island now. Now we're branching out to New England. And then so we go to all the concerts, all the events, everything that's big that's popping in Rhode Island. That's what we've been doing for years. We've been doing a lot of nightclubs at first, and now we just branching out to something bigger. And now our next level is we just hot in the world because now I'm traveling to different countries and bringing the same, showing everybody like the nightlife in different countries and what's going on. So I went to Cape Verde twice, so looking to go to a couple other places.
Are you Cape Verdean?
No, I'm Haitian actually. I got adopted by Cape Verdeans when I was 16, and then so that's why I have the both. Best of
Do you
both
have dual
worlds.
citizenship?
Not yet. They need to give me one. I'm about to marry somebody over there in Cape Verde.
I heard it's easy.
Word. Find one for me too, man.
So when did Hot and Alright start? Because I remember seeing the pictures from the clubs and
From
whatnot.
the clubs, yeah. It started. My brother Nelson started it.
Yes, God bless.
He started years ago, and then because I came back, like he passed away 5 years ago, and right before he passed away, I pitched him a couple of ideas, and he was like, "Well, if you want to do any ideas, you might as well come up here and do them." So I was like, "All right, I'm coming." And so right before I got here, he passed away, and then I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm coming anyway. I'm gonna come and handle it." Yeah. So I kept going. I learned. I didn't really know how to do pictures that well and stuff like that. It was natural that our family was always in media. So we have like Nobi.TV from back in the day. We have we still do 90.3 every Saturday and stuff like that. So we always been in media. So that's how I just got in and just bullied it.
So you said you came up. Where'd you come from?
I left here and went to Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Florida thinking like I was looking at all them Luke videos and I was
Hey,
like,
I
oh,
love Luke.
Florida's
I was gonna
lit.
listen to Luke on the way up here.
That's what I
like, I'll be
thought.
back.
Yeah, I'll be back.
I love
Went
Luke.
down there, got fooled by the weather. Florida is so boring. The weather fooled me. By the time I woke up, I was like, oh, I'm only here because it's hot. I've been hoodwinked. Yeah. I was like, man, I couldn't come back. I needed the city. Man, there's too many snakes running around. I was like,
Yeah,
nah.
I can't with the Crocs and all that.
Oh, I could do it with the Crocs. This is snakes. I
What?
couldn't. You have to walk with your head down in Florida.
Snake pop up in the air. But anyway. So you mentioned your brother Nelson. Rest in peace, Nelson. So he was taking the pictures in the club before, right?
Yeah, he was taking the pictures, and he had the Air Club, and everybody loved the Air Club. And
What's the Air Club?
He used to go and grab you by the ear,
Yep.
and make a funny face and stuff like that, and everybody loved it. They thought it was a real club. The Air Club. Yeah, he used to tell me that so much, and then when I came back, and I was like, I can't do it. He's 6'4", almost 300. Of course, you could pull anybody's head. Nobody gonna mess with you. Of course, they're gonna laugh it off. And I was like, but for me, I was like, I gotta come up with something different, and that's when I came up with starting doing videos. So I added videos to the mix, and then I was noticing a lot of people was coming to our website a lot and stuff like that. But after a while, they're not looking at the old pages of what's going on. So I was like, you know what? I gotta disconnect people from the internet a little bit, and that's why I came up with the idea for the print.
Well, it's certainly a great idea. I feel like the magazine, the print advertisement is something that we don't look to a lot. You know, we find everything online nowadays.
Yeah.
So this is amazing to see. Like it's, I don't want to say this on the mic, but it's like all big in my hands. Pause. Yeah, but it's big in my hands. You know.
Have you ever held a magazine before?
I haven't held one in a while.
Anyway, I'm gonna slow this down a little bit. Lami, they haven't even let you speak.
Hey,
Brother Lami, what's
that's
good?
all right. That's
You
all
know,
right.
what
Now,
do
this
you-
is
what
my
is-
guy
what is
right
your
here.
point?
What do you bring to the table?
Yeah. What do you bring?
All right. Yeah. So, my name's Lami Tsunami, and basically, I met Stan. I reached out to him basically this year. Actually, I seen all the work that he's done for all the years, and he was someone that I really looked up to. I liked his work ethic. I liked the way he really moves. You know what I'm saying? He's really diligent and consistent, persistent in what he does. So I end up having a friend of mine, actually my sis, shout out Remy TV, everybody check her out.
Shout out.
And she actually needed a camera person one day to do an interview backstage for a couple famous artists that were, I believe, I forgot where they were at, but basically,
the Maya one at Boston. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Maya one. Yeah, that was after. That was after. But she reached out to me and just needed a camera person, and one thing led to another, and we had something out in Boston when we met Maya, the singer. Yeah, so I reached out to Stan. I end up not having a camera. I didn't have a camera. I reached out to Stan. I said, hey, Stan, I know you don't know me from a hole in a donut, but you know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, I really need your help right now. I need a camera, and we have this big celebrity interview, and I really need your help. So, this guy, this is the most humblest dude, good dude ever. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even ask questions of who I was, where I'm from, or anything. He literally bought a $1,500 camera to my house and dropped it off and said, hey, hit me up when you're done.
Have fun.
Wow.
And,
Man.
That's major.
Yeah, and that's the real story of how we actually met. And after that, I just told sis, I said, yo, Remy, listen, we really need Stan on the team. This dude is a solid dude. And we just been off to the races ever since.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You guys are doing big things too, man. I mean,
Thank you.
When we see the clips on Instagram and on Facebook of people in the club and you covering concerts, and it always looks like, wow, it's like you're there and it has different angles, and it's like, wow.
And I'm not that guy who's like, no, don't take my
Yeah,
picture.
yeah. Of all the angles you see, you don't see Jen. 'Cause Jen takes off. But it's really dope to see, and it's even better. I mean, I'm a big believer in bigging up your own state, and so the fact that you guys are from Rhode Island, you guys are actual dudes that are humble and from here, it's just amazing. So big up to you guys both.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. So now to transition into what you guys currently have going on. You got the pictures, you got video, now we have print.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait.
Oh,
wait,
what's up,
wait.
what's up,
You're
what's
so
up?
fast. You like a little.
I've been at that.
You fast.
No, what's up? What's up?
So for people,
to that.
drink the thoughts. So for people like me, who, like I said, I don't do the pictures thing. So if somebody was to say to me, where do you even find you online? I wouldn't even know where to find you, when to go look. Like if you take a picture at a club on a Friday, when is it going to be posted? So give people a little bit of background as to what to expect when you take their photo in the club and where they can find it.
It's real simple. What I do is when I take a picture in the club, I try to post it everywhere. So I post it a lot on Facebook. I have about 3 Facebook pages, maybe 4, and plus the franchise report. And then I also have the website HotInRIDotCom. That's been around for years. And also I post all the events on there. So that gets a couple of thousand views, visitors every month. And then the Instagram, my first Instagram was jumping until somebody reported it.
Oh,
First they tried to hack it, and then reported it, and it deleted it. And then so that's
Haters.
why I had to open up. I had this time to back it up. I opened up 2 Instagrams because they got me. So and then the other one, it really hurt because I was almost to about 10,000 followers, and then we was getting over 3,000-4,000 views of video.
Wow.
And then someone reported it, and then but I still have the Instagram going, and for the people that's not internet savvy and stuff like that, that's why I was like, okay, we got to give them something else. So that's why we created the print.
Nice.
We had to go in print.
That was a dope segue.
Oh, thank you.
That was
we had
dope.
To go with the print. We had to do that because it's important that we sometimes you got to detach a little bit from the internet and a little bit, but at the same time when people detach from the internet, you still addicted to your phone. Because I try to read a book sometime, and after a while I'm like, my notification ain't go off for a while.
Let me check, make sure my phone's working.
Hello?
It's not
So I
on
do
silent.
that. So that's why we created a little an app technology to go along with this, because people don't go to the what I was trying to say. When I was trying to come up with this magazine, everybody was telling people don't read no more. They don't read magazine no more. But I go to CVS's. I go to bookstores. There's books there.
Yep.
All these, I see writers are still #1 in the New York bestsellers and stuff like that. People are reading. They are reading. They're just trying to. I don't know what people are trying to make it. Yeah, they're trying to make it feel bad for reading. Like you're not cool for reading. And I was like, you know
it's
what?
a lost thing.
It's like a lost art.
Yeah.
So that's why I created. So I was like, let me create a best of both worlds. Let me create an app that go with the magazine, with the print. If you want, I can show you how the app works.
Yes.
Fantastic. I love technology.
Can you explain to the people, those who cannot see us, explain what we're looking at, what we're doing, what they can expect by getting this magazine?
Okay, what you get with the magazine is something. I think something that had never been done before.
Yes.
It's where you take the magazine, you download the app that goes along with it. It's a Zapper app. It's augmented reality. So what it does is when you scan the lightning bolts that's in the magazine, the whole feature will come on your phone where you'll see all the pictures from that night that I took.
Oh, wow.
That's
The
awesome.
videos of the events, like if you see a celebrity or the person I interviewed, if I interview somebody, I recorded the interview, so you get to see the full interview because you got to cut it down for size.
Yeah.
You only take like the important questions.
Got it.
But you get to see the full interview. I have an artist, Olivia King. I did 2 interviews with her. I have like several interviews with the cover guy, Boo Boo, Andrades.
Yeah.
So it's too much content to put on print, so I had to put it in an app.
So they work together.
So you can see the video, so you can watch the interviews, you can watch, and plus you could get for the businesses also. There's contact in there, so the contact section in the app will bring you right to their social medias,
to
their website, and their emails and phone numbers,
which is huge because it makes that bridge between the physical media and she's social media. Who's that?
Yeah,
you just gotta buy it to
We
see
got
that.
a little centerfold.
That's exclusive.
There's some sexy photos
We got
in
some
here.
centerfold action going on.
Oh,
I love it.
I had to
Shit.
the thing this magazine has a lot of celebrities in it, but what I want to show is it's called Hot in Rhode Island because all these celebrities were in Rhode Island. So that's why it's important, because outside of here, people keep calling Rhode Island Long Island. Yeah. They skip us and go right to Boston. Yeah. Well, the whole time, the whole Boston is coming down to Rhode Island.
Facts.
Shout out Boston. Shout out Boston. We love y'all.
Y'all love us more than y'all love your state. So it was something different.
Yeah, so no, that's super dope. So the magazine is pretty much interactive.
Yeah, it's interactive.
And that's also because I was going to ask how, at a time where a lot of people are on the phones, like you said, and scrolling through social media, and attention span is super short. Yeah. How do you get them engaged to be in the magazine? But like you said, if you put your phone up and you can get the longer interview or pictures from that night to see what else went down, that's fire. I love that.
That is amazing.
Would you like to?
I would like to show because I got the app. Ladies and gentlemen, if you gotta get the app, is Zapper, Zappar. So I've got my Zapper open.
Yeah, let's demonstrate. Let's show and
slide
prove
right
this.
to continue. I'm gonna slide right. All right. So all I gotta do is kind of scan that there. Wait a minute, Darren.
He wants to catch you in action. I'm excited. I love technology.
I love technology too. No, don't start with the Google shit, because I still have my thing turned off. I don't know if I'm doing it right. If you wanna.
Oh, come on, Jen, you're the engineer.
I am, but it's just blank right now. Hold on.
Yeah. We got Mrs. Tsunami taking over.
Ow.
Are you connected to Wi-Fi?
I am on the Wi-Fi because
He might be at. He has probably have to connect to the
You got
Wi-Fi also.
Okay, so
that's a notification.
Lami has scanned the lightning bolt. Well, the problem is that Darren's house has this, force field because he lives in the bottom of the sea like SpongeBob.
That's a fact.
Okay. Ready?
I spilled on myself. Lord Jesus. Lord, I got liquor on my.
On your whole scarf.
Oh. I don't keep a lock on my phone. You know what I mean?
You gonna see it.
All right, I see it spinning.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. This is
Oh,
exciting.
that's tight. So Jen,
So I can click on anything.
Yeah, so you click on it. So if you want to see the photos of that evening.
Oh, that's so awesome.
so what happened when they recognized the lightning bolt? Nice little animation pops up, and then you see a few different bubbles, and you can click on it to see the different pictures. That's fire.
That is
That's
awesome.
Fire. Interactive. I love this.
Oh, I hit the little back button. Yep.
Back button. Now you want to see the video I took.
Ooh.
Oh, so there's video in there too.
Yeah, so they'll have like content of the actual
That's the concert I'm hearing. right?
concert. Yeah,
Oh,
live.
that's tight.
Yeah.
Oh, see, man, I'm grabbing magazines if I could do stuff like that, honestly. Because there's more content.
More
If you read an
content,
article, you see two pictures. I want to see more.
Yeah, you want
Oh,
to
I
see
love
more
that.
see what's going on.
Oh, that is fire.
That's very dope. So who does the I know you guys do the photography and the video. Who does the actual interviews?
Oh, I did.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you pretty much well-rounded, just out here running the show.
I did all that.
This is when Wycliffe was here.
Yeah. Ah.
Oh, and it has the contact info. So, like, this is Fetty Wap.
Yeah, you go
So, it has a contact email in case you need to contact Fetty Wap
For
if you
booking
want
information.
booking and shit.
Yo.
Oh, yep. You got about to get the IG models up in here heavy.
Yo. Oh, do you take ads from IG models? The influencers.
I will now.
Yeah. IG models, holler at us.
Yeah, that's where the money's
HotInRIDotCom.
at.
You already know.
Already.
Yeah, I forgot her name, but yeah, it's
Do
been a
you
while
know
since
her,
I've seen
Darren?
Yeah.
Do you know?
Where you see her?
I don't remember. I met her though.
Yeah.
Cool. And then she moved. I think she came back.
Oh, word.
But yeah, some great pictures. So where can the people find the magazine?
Right now they can contact me through all social media or my phone number 772-200-9984. I do free deliveries,
Oh.
so I got to make sure I get it in everybody's hands.
So you mean to tell me if somebody reaches out to you, sends you a DM on social media or something, you're
Right
going
now.
to go and deliver a magazine to them?
personally? It's
We've been doing it all day.
all day.
And
for
how
past
much
2
is
weeks.
the magazine?
It's $10 for the magazine.
That's it.
That's
That's
fine.
light.
$10 for the magazine.
Light.
Yeah. And we've been delivering so far. I think we really started on Monday, and today's Thursday, so we're about 250 in.
Wow.
And it's all out the trunk.
Yeah.
The trunk.
Master P
so
method.
Master P.
Oof,
Oh,
no
yeah.
Oh.
I
love it.
I give it out the trunk, and then I've been we've been having a couple of online orders, people out of town. So I swallow the shipping fee and I send it to them. I just want to.
Yeah, you want to get it out there.
I just want to get it out there. I want people to feel it and touch it and bring back. But the support been amazing. It shocked me how many reposts we've been getting. Everybody been liking it and stuff like that.
Again, it's big, and you guys are local. You guys, we know you guys. You guys are here. So I think a lot of that we don't get. And so when we get it, we're like, we gotta big this up. It's one of our own. So definitely, this is beautiful, guys. Amazing. Congratulations on this because it's a huge accomplishment.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We had to do it for the culture, man.
Sure
'cause,
enough.
and I did it to certain quality too because I'm making it very difficult for you to throw it away.
Yo, I was gonna say the cover. This is like when you in the checkout line at Walgreens or something. This can fit right in there.
Right
Like
in there,
excellent photography, editing, everything. It's like that's top
Appreciate it,
notch, man.
appreciate it, yeah.
Got the barcode down there too,
Everything,
man.
Yeah, so they can scan it. So I put it in. Starting next week, I'm gonna put it in a couple of stores. So I'm just gonna
sure.
go there and talk. That's why I had to put a barcode on there. So because
Doctor's offices, maybe just slide a couple in there.
Slide a couple in there. I got a couple of them doing that right now too.
Is it too early for you to mention what stores they would be in, or can you tell us that secret?
So far I know I'm gonna have it in Uprise Menswear. Probably have a couple of barbershops right now, but I don't have it all solid. But I have it solid by Sunday.
Okay, all right.
Sunday,
So
I have it. But
everybody
I would
follow on
definitely-
social media so you can
I'll
know
post
that.
it and I'll definitely tag you guys.
Please do.
Yes.
I remember when y'all started. I saw episode 1.
I'm all embarrassed
go,
now.
let's go.
Right, I'm blushing.
I was like, okay, I see y'all.
Episode was terrible. That's when Ben did his stupid Boston accent. Fuck you.
Yeah, don't talk that. Don't talk shit. Don't
Fuck you.
don't
You're
talk
the reason why the Patriots lost the Super Bowl.
Ding 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 ding.
I did will it to happen,
You
but
did.
there's more coming.
You know how Nigerian prayers work.
Whoa.
Shit strong.
I'm trying to go to Nigeria,
nice.
man. It looks lit over there.
Oh, he
Very
whispered in
fire.
God's
It
ear.
looks
Right,
lit
he
over
did.
there. I'm
okay.
trying to
Literally, he
go
said,
out
Jesus.
there.
Yeah, when you get that the extended Jesu. It will come to pass.
It will come to pass.
So,
It is written.
Come to pass.
Oh, that's funny.
So, you guys have been all over the place. Where's, in your opinion, the most interesting, best place experience you've had doing this?
Doing this.
Maya.
He loves Maya.
Yo, bro, I was
do you
gonna say,
not
how
love
you ain't
Maya?
catch a case by being around Maya? Because
Yo,
there would have been a Me Too situation.
Nah, like not for nothing. I was mad shy. I couldn't because that was like my first crush ever. So I'm just like,
Look at her, huh?
yo, it was scary. I was like, oh my god. I was like, oh man.
Yeah.
Or look at the
Yeah,
sun.
but
Footage all shaking.
I was acting like a groupie. We were like when she was on stage. I was like, oh my god. Like Stan and Remy, they always joke about how I was.
On camera.
Yeah. You can hear me in the background, like, oh my god, I love her. So yeah, that was my best experience.
Man didn't even say a place. Darren asked about a location. He said a person, Maya.
Yeah.
Location, Maya.
Oh yeah. Oh. I didn't hear that.
Hey, be honest. It's all right. We're all family here.
Wherever she's at is the
This
location.
is the honesty. This is honesty.
She is on my GPS.
Shout out Maya. Love you, girl.
Oh my God, that's insane.
It got real sweet at the end. I love you, girl.
I wasn't even ready.
Yeah, you heard that. I had to put
I
that.
hope he's about to turn vegan for Maya.
Yo, no, for real. Listen. All right.
Yo.
That's my New Year's
Go ahead.
resolution.
To turn
So-
vegan for Maya?
It could happen.
I mean,
If she shows interest, you know,
hey.
she hits me in the DM, sliding
There you
in.
go.
I mean,
I'm
I'll
with you.
I'll turn. You would turn vegan
I'm
for
with you.
Maya.
I mean,
already
I
vegan,
like
so-
meat. Pause.
Are you vegan?
Yeah, I'm vegan.
Oh wow.
I'm more like a vegetarian. I ain't really, but I say vegan.
And you're Haitian?
Mm-hmm.
Your family lets you get away with that?
They don't really let me get away with
I
it.
bet. Yeah, I was
they
gonna
don't let me
say.
get
Your
away with
family's
it.
not.
Oh
gonna
my
let that
goodness,
slide.
they upset.
Force feed. They're force feeding. Oh
They
man.
upset. Oh my
So,
goodness.
my bad. I wanted to circle back to the magazine right quick because on the cover you have Rhode Island's own Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. So if
man.
anybody's a fight fan,
Yes.
they know who this is.
That's my
Professional
man.
boxer, in the runnings for some big title
I'll
shots.
give you the rundown on him. Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
So,
my man.
and I mentioned the timing also because he kind of got into a situation last
Yeah.
week. Do you guys know?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say it.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
no, it's fine. We can
yeah,
talk
we can
about
talk
it.
about it, yeah.
I was with him yesterday, so. we can
Oh,
talk
so
about
you can shed a little insight. So for the listeners, you know, our champion, Rhode Island's champ, was, you know, in his vehicle and had gotten stopped.
You can let him finish because he probably knows more.
I was setting it
But-
up,
Nah,
man.
he
He's
was
gonna
setting
give
it
me a
up.
detail. Yo, Jen, what's up, yo?
Just saying, I don't want you to speak wrong.
No, I'm giving the high
No,
level,
but he's giving the high
30,000
level.
feet,
Oh,
and then
Alright,
he can dive in. Yeah.
Who's an altitude?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, it wasn't really like he was driving anywhere. His girlfriend, more likely his wife, car was out. Like he was parked on the street,
Right.
so you know you'll get tickets when you park on the street. So he was moving the car from the street into his house, but another person drove up that he knew. So they stopped. They was having conversation. Now it's like 2:30 in the morning. So there's nobody that goes down that street because he owns most of the houses there
Right.
on that same street.
Oh, he an investor.
Yeah, he an investor.
That's
He,
what's
own,
up.
he owns he almost owns the whole strip. So all the officers and everybody know that it's his house, that he lives there. So what they left out the story when they kept talking about he kept looking at his bag.
Yeah.
And that's how they found the gun. It wasn't that he was looking at his bag. What they left out the story was that he had his pit bull in the car that was trying to keep away.
Ah, okay.
So, and that's when he got rid of moved the pit bull. Then it was a rookie cop, so he ended up searching the car and then mentioning all that. But the gun is registered to him.
Okay, and that's why I wanted you to shed some insight. So the police found a gun in the vehicle, and in the article that I read, they said that it wasn't registered.
Correct. I saw that
In
too.
Providence, it says though. It said
Yeah.
it wasn't registered in Providence.
Yeah, it's registered.
So it was registered, but not in Providence.
Yeah.
See how they leave out?
Yeah, because so where
But
was
the-
it registered?
It's registered in New Hampshire because he got
okay.
it in New Hampshire, and so like it's registered to him. The gun is legit. It's just not registered in Rhode Island. And because it's not registered in Rhode Island, that's why they arrested him and put him in. And he has to go through that. That's like a routine thing they do. They
Yeah.
arrest you and do it all that. It's because he's a celebrity on top of that.
Right.
So it looked like he was in the wrong, but he wasn't in the wrong. It was just something that they do when your gun's not registered here.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But everything in the gun was clean.
Gotcha.
It's registered to him. and I know the company that he gets it from and stuff like that. They sponsor him also. So so it's all like everything's legit. It was just that it's not registered online because he does a lot of stuff in New Hampshire.
Yeah. So I'm glad you shed some light on that because I'm not gonna lie. I'm a huge boxing fan.
Yeah.
Huge boxing fan. Jen is as well.
This is facts.
So, and to have one of our own, we had Vinny Paz, and we had
Crooked Nose.
right. And we had Jason Estrada, the Olympian, Matt Godfrey, a couple other dudes, and I forget old boy that was on the boxing show that was on the
Manfredo.
Manfredo.
So,
but we have somebody who can like contend for a
he's
title.
legit.
Like he can go up against the Charlo brothers, Canelo, anybody.
He's legit.
So as a fan, when I saw that, based on what was in the article, I was disappointed right away.
Yeah.
And I went straight to, what the fuck? Why can't we have nothing? All that shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
But now that you give more information,
They're gonna give him his lawyers and everybody's gonna demand a they're already in the works. They have to give him a public apology for that.
absolutely.
They should.
A public apology for the job.
That's
Because,
slander, yeah.
because they slandered him. They was trying to make him look worse than it was.
You know, it's funny. I
And-
was texting somebody actually about that because I'm like, the timing of it is kind of, I don't want to say funny, but it's opportunistic to the city when you've got the commissioner and everything. They're trying to look good. And they're like, oh, we've got this high profile person. We're going to put that we got him and we're going to put it in all the papers. We're going to put it on the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the end of the year. Let's go out there and act like we're, not I don't want to say act like, but, let's put this out there and publicize it really heavily.
We're doing good.
Yeah, but the timing of it just seemed really suspect to me. I'm not going to lie.
Especially, that was a terrible time for them. That's why when I found out the news, so I was supposed to release this on Monday. So last Friday, I think around Thursday or Friday it happens, I started pushing out the magazine because I gotta give out. Okay, you wanna slander him, put him in a negative light. I'm gonna put him in a positive light.
Word.
Yeah.
I'm gonna push that out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is what's really important for all of us. That's why I was like, I gotta hit you guys up too, is because there's a lack of black media. And our side of the story
Indeed.
don't get told
Yes.
at all out here.
Yes.
And I'm on the franchise report
Shout out.
on WBRU in the mornings and stuff like that. And I got to report the news. I do the reporting of the news and stuff like that. And a lot of the cases when people are going through, we're not being represented properly. And then so I feel like, okay, I could start combating that. Let me I do what I do in the clubs and stuff like that. Let me do a print. Let me do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And thank goodness, like I had him on the cover, and it kind of like helped out in a way because he's a real good friend of mine. Like I'm his cameraman actually. So so I'm there everywhere. So I'm there when he's training. I'm shooting his documentary, which is amazing. I can't wait till people see it.
Wow.
And then like we started when he was in the Olympics until now. So we have a lot of footage. So you guys are gonna love it when y'all see it. And then he's going to fight. He's supposed to fight in January. He wins that fight. His next fight is close to be Canelo. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's the top of the mountain for
That is
them to try to like to do that to him. It's kind of like I don't know how you call it, like being greedy or being selfish or something like that, or
it's
opportunistic.
Yeah, and the city, they're gonna try to find a big fish, right, to make them look huge. But they're destroying their own state at the same time because this is huge, man. Imagine what comes to our state if he beats Canelo.
If he
Could
beats
you
Canelo,
imagine?
the tourism's gonna be crazy.
They should have to fight at Twin River.
And then, that's
Yeah,
not
right.
big enough. But,
Jimmy Birchfield.
But the thing is, what he's trying to do too is, like, he forced that fight to happen in Boston for the hometown to come up, and it was amazing. It was an amazing fight. And then the next thing he's also working on is trying to have a major fight at the Dunk.
That would
So
be
why you gonna go after your man? Like he's legit.
He gonna bring the money in.
It's not like one of those people that you'll see that's you know how we like Rhode Island, we get to a certain point and be like we deal with the at least they got there.
Yeah, no, but that's we can keep going.
Yeah,
we can get higher.
this is like we head down. Like let's push our boy there and then let's make it happen.
He could be a world champ.
Yeah, he could be. He's already 3-time world champ. If he beats Canelo, it's another moon that we on.
Unify the titles.
We are our own state. We no longer
Long Island's
Long
little
Island.
cousin.
They don't they're gonna know our name, you know, because a lot of celebrities that leave here, they don't talk about us. Like,
Yep.
Right.
like
We have a few too.
yeah, we have
Yeah.
a lot of celebrities that leave here that don't talk about us, man.
Yeah, I'd love to see that because Terrence Crawford, again, sorry for the boxing talk to our listeners. I love boxing. I
Yeah, I
talk the
love
shit all
boxing
day.
too, yeah.
So, but Terrence Crawford is from the Midwest, and he brings his big fights back home. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the A side, so he can dictate where the fight is. This is what can happen for Boo
us,
Boo. You know what I'm
yup.
saying? He could bring those fights here, and that's tourism dollars. That's notoriety for the state, for the city. Like
It's turned into a big boxing sports entertainment state.
Right.
And the city needs that. That's why he's trying to. He got another fight coming up. If he could bring a fight to the Dunkin' Donuts Center, which is he's trying to do right now,
that'd be huge, man.
it's gonna be crazy. It's
Oh,
gonna
that's
be crazy
awesome.
for here.
See, listen, people. This is Stan talking to you. HotInRIDotCom. This is exclusive, man. Unbiased
man,
from
for
the horse's mouth. Not the horse's mouth. The horse's
For real,
mouth.
let me know.
Come on,
For real,
man.
I got
Shit.
stories for everybody.
Oh, that's fire, man. God bless, man. Keep doing it. I love that.
Appreciate it.
And you said something I'm going to touch on real quick. You said that, they using their words to, bash and not tell our story. And you're like, I figure I bring the news, let me, get the word out our way. And I think it's important that we use our platform. Like we started this podcast to give to set up a platform for us to say what we need to say and get our word out. And it's just another great example of using your platform. So big up to you guys.
Now, big up to you.
Yeah,
guys.
big up to you guys.
Man.
Thanks for having us, man.
Podcasts are not easy, man. When I saw y'all came out with the first one, I think somebody sent me a request. I immediately follow you guys because I gotta watch. I gotta follow.
I
That's
appreciate
the thing. That's the thing. A lot of people don't do too. Is that I watch everybody, and then what's nice too to see is like so when I first started Hot Now Right, when I came back, Nelson was the first one actually to be in the clubs taking pictures. Now every single club have a cameraman.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now I go to the Strand, I'm up there with at least it could be 7 to 10 people in there shooting. Then the artists bring their own cameraman.
Yeah.
So it's like sometimes you could be mad over that, but it's like okay, that means it's working. People have seen it, and we opening up doorways, and then you guys open up a doorway too, because you guys have a podcast now. Somebody else there that you don't know is rooting for you, and they starting a podcast.
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
important,
It's dope,
man.
dope.
And it's our words is different because it's our culture. They don't understand our culture. They love our culture. They just don't understand our culture.
Right,
Like why would it be considered a crime to them? It's like, oh really? All right. It's only weed.
Yeah, exactly.
Word.
What? So this is important for us to be out here doing this.
Indeed.
This is exciting.
Brother Lamy, real quick. I
know he's real quiet
Yeah,
over there.
he's super quiet.
yeah,
Are you still
oh my
there? I was gonna say you still think about Maya. So when we heard you were coming down, I took a quick look at your Instagram page and I couldn't help but notice you're a singer, right?
Well, not a
Maybe.
singer.
A singer.
Yeah, not a singer, but I do write music, and
right.
I'm just just trying to perfect my craft.
There you go.
Yeah, word. Yeah.
Darren's a singer.
Let's hear some
Whoa,
sexual chocolate.
Jen, you were doing so well
You
with my
think you gonna
book
put him
today.
on the spot? We was gonna
I'm
tell
more- I'm more-
expand on it.
Yo,
You know, I
yo,
figured-
Darren, I'm more of a musician, if
Okay.
anything. So like, I play the drums. You know what I'm
Alright.
saying? I grew up playing the drums in church and all that. So, I do music production also as well.
you go.
So and event coordination. So I touched a couple different places. That,
dabble.
Yeah, I dabble. Yeah.
I don't know why he don't mention that he used to be part of the mobile studio.
Oh yeah, Mobile Mic Studios. Yeah, listen, yo, shout out Mobile Mic Studio.
Break that down.
MobileMicStudio.com. So basically, it's a studio that it's mobile. So like literally, if you guys said, hey, we want the studio to come here, we will come to Warwick. It's a studio you could
set
walk
up.
on.
All right.
You
Oh,
could
wow.
walk on
That's
and
awesome.
like record. It's padded. It's like state of the art equipment, everything. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate Mike for allowing me to work with him. He showed me a lot. He showed me how to equalize music and really mess with everything. So thank you very much, Mike, for that. So check him out, mobilemicstudios.com.
That's dope.
All this innovation in one
Yeah,
room.
they
I
bring
love
the
it.
studio right to you.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
fire.
You
It's
don't even have to
crazy.
leave your house. Welcome to the driveway.
Damn.
Here we go.
Word.
So
Turn me up on the microphone.
so y'all coming here and I didn't even hear about that. Like How else can we? Do you guys think we can exalt other Rhode Island entrepreneurs or innovators? Stop. You know what I mean?
Ooh, I like that.
Right?
Yeah.
Like how can we big up more people or support more people? Like, thank God we have the podcast, because I don't know if I would have known
I definitely wouldn't
about
have
the
known.
magazine, you know what I'm saying, or it would have taken a while, and you know what I'm saying, I would have been late to the party. Like, how can we get more information out there?
Yeah. First thing I would say is because everyone's on social media, the first important thing is to share. So like once you see this actual podcast tomorrow or when it airs, press that share button, because now share after share after share, it gets viral. It gets viral. So you know what I'm saying? That's the most important right there. You know what I'm saying? Just share. Yeah,
our listeners don't listen to us. They listen to us, but they don't listen to us. We'd be like, hey, tell us something or ask a question. And they'll text Darren about how funny something was, but not ask a question.
Right.
They don't listen. But we love y'all.
We love y'all.
If you share, we'll shout you out. Thank you for sharing.
Or they'll just say like, the Asian man's making jollof that way.
Yo, that was terrible.
The trick is that's how I thought too. But the thing is, don't stop what you're doing. That's what's important. Because a lot of time I'll do this. I was doing it for years, and I'm like, nobody's watching. Nobody's paying attention. After a while, the numbers get redundant. You're just looking at the numbers, but it's not being personable. Yeah. And, you know, one person will tell you, I love your picture. Another person will tell you, oh, my God, you made me look fat. How are you posting? I was like, you know, look, my camera's like 1,000. My program's like 2,000. That's $3,000. That's $3,000 on you right now. I can't.
I can only do so much.
I can do so much. Like, and then you like, okay. Sometimes you try to get this good, but the thing is, if you be persistent and just build your own foundation, they'll come. They'll find you.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll find you. You may be on. You started on 1. You're on 44 now. Imagine, you know what I mean?
That is
when y'all hit y'all 100. It's gonna be hit 200. Next thing you know, you're gonna look back and be like 300-400 episodes. Then you're gonna really like, I can't have all y'all in my crib.
For real.
We need to take a break.
Wait, so you brought something up that I was kind of thinking. I wasn't sure if I could say it, but since you mentioned it, pictures. We see a lot of pictures online.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Some people don't look the greatest.
So
as you're editing, because I always think about this, maybe it's my twisted brain. You have 100+ pictures going through from the night.
Yeah.
This one's good. This one's, this is the ceiling, or somebody blocked me as I was taking a shot. And you come across one.
Yep.
Shorty may look good, or the gentleman may look good in front of you, but you see something wild going on in the background.
Yep.
Or they don't look that great in the picture, but you want to post it because it had a great shot of the club. The ambiance was fire. What's that like for you as you're going through these pictures and you decide which ones go up, which ones don't?
Man, it's tough. It's tough because that's why I take multiple pictures. And the thing is, it's the hardest part is really you walking up to a stranger and telling them freeze, pose.
And then you get people like me like, no.
And then, the no part, I could get around the no all the time. I'll give you that look. Give you that look. But when it comes to editing and picking which one, it's hard. And then especially when it's not good enough and then they'll call you for the picture that you didn't post. You'd be like,
that happened to me before. That happened.
I can't post that. And then the worst ones, though, is every night after I post, I get, don't post that picture because they creeping.
Yeah. Of course.
So they got this side, don't post that picture, don't post. Right now it's to the point where I'm getting paid not to take pictures.
No.
I love that. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a market, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Y'all in there, y'all doing your video, y'all doing the pictures and stuff. Y'all doing your job. You're getting paid to be there.
On the spot, too. Like, here,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen.
If homie over there want to be with his third wife,
His third wife.
Yeah.
Hey, my brother, you got to. There's a tax.
Because I'm out so much, I could tell who's dating who. Because I see. I'm too. All that, yeah.
Ladies, you hear this bullshit?
I even catch.
I'm here for the ladies.
I catch a couple of pro players getting caught out there, and I'm like, I know.
So if your man say he going out to a club, and Hot and I Ride was in the club, and you don't see no pictures of your man, question some shit.
So I almost feel like there's like a dual way to make money here. The guy says, "Hey,
any way to make money is a good way to make money."
The guy says, "Hey, don't post. Here's $20. Don't post this picture." And the woman says, Give me all the pictures. Here's $50.
I get that.
Now it's a bidding war.
I
Oh,
get-
35, 35, 35, 35.
I get
That's what
that's
that's so.
I get that
That's how it
too.
gets.
The split. I get the split too. I get. The worst one is when I get like 4 girls and then one girl doesn't want to take the picture and now she's convincing the other girls not to take the picture. Then I gotta flip it and turn the 3 girls on her at one time. Be like, so was you trying to rob a bank and she didn't want you? Know what I'm saying? You can't even trust her. How you gonna trust her? She's not even your friend. She want to take a picture, and that's when they turn on her. And then I get the group pic, and then she feel bad. Now she want to jump in the picture. And then,
Yo, don't
and
be
then-
telling us.
and then she be like, the worst part of it be like, okay, now let me see it. The one that didn't want to be in it.
Oh, I hate. Yeah, come on. I know.
Yeah, it's always something. It's
The let me
always.
see. That
The
happens a
let me
lot,
see.
right?
Oh,
That's
my
right
God.
after, all the way. Let me see.
Trash. That's trash.
Like I
But
didn't
see,
even
that's the
edit
thing.
you.
And that's the one thing I don't want to see. I don't really give a fuck. Once you've taken the picture,
It's there. It's
because I don't even know what I'm looking at. I'm probably drunk
Word.
in the club. I'm just gonna be looking at it like, okay.
Word.
So I gotta ask, any y'all married or in a relationship?
No, but I get a lot of trouble.
Wait, before I even dive
wow.
deep, married or relationship?
Nah, not at
you
all.
die.
God bless.
Not at all.
So, fella, I have a question.
Hey,
How many ladies I was willing to do something strange
For some pictures?
for some pictures, or just because you have the picture or the camera? Like, what wild stuff goes down at these concerts, and y'all just because you guys get certain types of access. So
we need to live through you right now.
well, listen.
I was living for the listeners.
Mine's,
Darren's living for you.
my answer is really short. Like, I literally just started. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the concerts and backstage things. So like, I haven't seen too much, but yeah, my boy Stan probably seen a lot of things.
Celebrities would be in trouble dealing with me.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll be in.
Y'all like some little,
we
little
messy.
juicy thoughts.
I'll
Get
be-
out of
I'll be
here.
in the mafia
Shut up.
parties.
Y'all so messy.
Them
Get out
girls,
of
there's
here.
be someone that be trying to act like they angels. I see them at the mafia parties.
Ooh.
But when it comes to like the cameraman and stuff, yeah.
Perfect.
Word.
Yo,
Yeah.
Stan caught me a couple times. I'm over here in the corner dancing with something after I took a
yeah.
picture with something.
That something about
man.
cameras and women is
It's an occupational hazard.
it's
Wow.
Love and marriage.
yeah. It's
Not the Al Bundy.
yeah. It's
Did I tell my
it's something
age?
special because
It's all gonna be old.
it's because for some reason you could start a photo shoot dressed and they work their way to undress.
Is this a good segue to Foxy Lady?
I want to stay here for a little bit. We'll
Oh,
go
alright.
there.
Yeah.
So you said so you do private photo shoots?
Yeah, I do private
my
photo
God.
shoots.
Keep going, please. Keep talking.
I do private photo shoots, and it always starts. I don't want to say always, but a lot
most
of it,
part.
a lot of it will start dress, and they'll go to undress.
They start with that. I don't know.
And then,
I
but
don't normally do
but
this.
they'll start with they'll take the regular pictures, da 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 da. But once they get comfortable, and your art, if you're a good cameraman, and you get them comfortable, that's how it'll be about. For all you rookie cameramen, that's about 150 to 200 pictures in. And then it's crazy.
Now, let me just say for the listeners, this is not a ploy. He doesn't do this for that purpose. It's just a regular camera
That's
shoot.
how it is.
And
a
people
camera
just
shoot
loosen
sometimes.
up
Yeah,
and,
they
and,
loosen
and
up.
get into it.
Because a lot of women, they like nude pictures for some reason, and then they always like to take them.
I can
But
co-sign on that.
But you know what else? I'm sorry. You know what else? It's really about his professionalism more than anything, because if you're not professional, you
Yeah,
know,
you won't
and,
get that far.
and you're doing way too much, they're gonna sense that, and they're
Yeah,
not
you
gonna
can't
feel
be a
comfortable.
creep and
Yeah,
start off and
exactly.
be like, okay, don't you want to go topless? It doesn't
Also
work like that.
facts.
But what I like to do, now I'm to the point where I like to do it. I need her to come with somebody.
Because you don't want to get yourself
Yeah,
in some
I
type
need
of
to
situation.
come with somebody. I need her to
Yeah.
come with somebody, and then a lot of times her girl that's throwing
Shade.
sand to the wind and be like, girl, please take that.
Girl, your titties look good in that picture.
That. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a fact because I know a woman professional. She's a doctor. She never really had a photo shoot, but she for herself, I think for her husband too. She just wanted to do something kind of risky.
Yeah. Yep.
So she lingerie, and then eventually she ended up doing more because she felt comfortable.
Yeah, comfortable. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and
it's-
that's an art too. A lot of time to get somebody that comfortable. But I see a couple of artists, photographers, and that's all I see is on their feed is nude women. then I'm like, okay, this is a little bit too much. What's the art at?
Yeah.
It's a little bit. I know women bodies, regardless, is beautiful, but there's a certain point where it's like, okay, this is not an art no more. This is you just you just going off. You're doing this for likes right now. Like this ain't art anymore. But when it comes to like the nightclub pictures and the after party stuff, a lot of it, a lot of time I don't show the after party videos because that's when I usually get. This when I get the artists being human. Yeah.
Got it.
And a lot of them are in relationships.
Yeah.
So I get out of respect for them, I don't take it or post it and stuff like that. But yeah, a lot of people a lot of the people that be back there with them and doing what they want to do, it's a lot. It's a lot. And it's usually the ones that you be like, oh my God, I throw my life away for her. And then she's over here throwing her life away just for
or whatever.
Yeah. I'm talking.
I'm a bit distressed right now.
I've been there. I've been there with Troy. I've been there with what's his name? Murder. I've been there with a lot of them. Throughout the magazine, everybody in there actually been out, except for like Rick Ross and Lil Wayne. I really didn't been back there close enough with them. But I could tell who's genuine, who's cool. But a lot of celebrities are real like cool to be around. Like they'll let you hang out. Yeah, it is regular people. If people approach them like they're regular people, they'll love it because they'll sit down and talk and chat. Like me and Waka Flocka was sitting down. We had a long conversation. We was chilling.
He a vegan too, right?
Yeah, he a vegan too.
Yeah.
So
He's gonna be at Marriage Boot Camp Hip Hop Edition. Did anyone see that?
I don't know why.
I didn't know that.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
I
airing in
wouldn't know
January.
why. He was really like when we was talking, he was really into his girl.
You could tell he loves him some Tammy.
Yeah, he loved his
he
girl.
does.
But I did see his DM.
Don't talk about the DMs.
We'll take that part out.
We don't delete nothing.
Hey,
We
man.
always
But
lie.
he wasn't like feeling
I
it.
do
But he
lie.
was like, "This is what the problem I have." Like he was talking about his relationship. This is the problem. This is what gets people in trouble. And he was like, "This is just." He said, "I deleted this before I got here." And he was like, "Wow."
And you know that's the crazy thing. As a woman, I'm always like, why are these chicks sending these messages to dudes knowing you guys know who he's with? Like this whole thing with Offset and Cardi, these chicks who are with Offset, whatever, you know he's with Cardi. You know, like this chick was crying on TMZ. It was like, oh, she's like,
that's
I didn't know how
true,
serious their marriage was.
But
It's a
he
fucking
really
marriage.
turned a stripper into a housewife.
Jen, we talked about this before. Women don't like each other. Women don't give a fuck about each
Yeah,
other.
y'all really like.
That's crazy to me.
Women don't like each other.
That's crazy.
That's why this whole
It's
man
not-
woman thing can happen the way it does.
this is facts.
It's not
Men can
because
creep-
I've been around Cardi.
Oh, talk about it.
I've been around Cardi. I've been around Offset.
Okay.
I met the Migos before they was Migos. They were just becoming Migos before
The first move.
before Bad and Bougie.
You're dumb.
I was around them like they really like.
I'm sorry.
I
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
expecting that. Me neither. My bad.
Take her mic away, please.
They really was like, they really like cool dudes, and then like they was there with no security. They were just hanging out, sitting at the Strand stage. I met Cardi twice when she came out here. It's like they night and day. They both different kind of fire people. Like he's more reserved, and she's really out there. And then you know what I'm saying. Considering how she came up in her profession, it's like
Yeah, it makes sense.
he should date her. They should have dated a lot longer before they got married.
I say that about a lot of people.
Agreed.
Also, completely off the subject, but on the subject. I was thinking about on the ride up here, right? Beyonce sounds like a country bumpkin. Jay-Z's from Brooklyn. He sounds like basically like us.
I met Beyonce.
What do you think Blue sounds like?
Blue, first of all, you know I love Hove's my uncle, right? So
Yeah, we know.
I'm Blue because she's enjoying life. She probably turns accents on and off. She probably sounds like
I
she from
wanna hear
London.
Blue
I
talk so
remember when
bad.
Nelson shoot his shot on Beyonce.
What? Talk about it, please.
Wow.
It's the 50th anniversary of Beyonce, the album.
I
So.
remember that. It was funny. It was when they used to open up for White Clef before they blew up.
Yes.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then we used to
No,
think
no.
when we seen him, we was like, cause Rhode Island got so many beautiful women. When we seen him, we was like,
Yeah.
And then he shot his shot. He was talking to her, but the problem was that she's from Houston, and we didn't want to leave Rhode Island for nothing.
Yeah.
So, but while he was talking to her, his mom pulled up, and she looked like a pit bull, boy.
Ooh.
She was high. She was not having it, boy.
Oh,
But we was young. We was probably like, we just got into college. So we was probably like 17, 18 when we met them.
Wow.
Yeah, it was back then. But back then, we was in love with Rhode Island women because Rhode Island was killing them.
Yeah.
I've heard of quite a few guys who are not from Rhode Island
Yup.
say how they love coming to Rhode Island. There's all these different diverse women. They always mention Cape Verdean women and how they're so beautiful, the long curly hair, and guys just love coming to Rhode Island for
You know what?
do,
You know
they
why?
do.
You know why they love it? Because I had to learn that when I left. I had to leave. There's not that many diverse people. Like you have Dominican, you have Black, you have Africans, you have all them cultures all together. Like when I went to Cape Verde, it was straight Black people alone.
Yeah.
And I kind of loved it. But because it's close to Africa, you don't see any other race out there. I was like, oh snap. Hi, this how y'all live with no Spanish people? The white people was the white people was minority.
Yeah.
What? I was like, oh, okay, I could dig this, but they don't have that everywhere else.
Nah, and we take it. Some of the guys take it for granted here because
I mean,
like,
people, not even just guys, people take it for granted in Rhode
well,
Island.
I want the
you're right,
and the
you're
women
right.
like queens. Y'all are queens. Y'all are look. Hold yourself at a higher regard. You know what I mean? Because like my brother lives out west. He only sees either Mexican women, Black or white. Like he's in Vegas, so you don't get the diversity. Even folks that are in New York, they'll see more Puerto Ricans, you know. But
Facts.
you come here, Cape Verde, they ain't nowhere but Rhode Island and Massachusetts for the most part. Like in
Facts.
the
Yep,
in the,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
They're
So-
heavy in mass too.
yeah, so like you're gonna see that. You're gonna see Dominican. You're gonna see Puerto Rican. All of West Africa. Are you kidding me?
All of West
All
Africa.
of West Africa and Rhode
And East
Island.
Africans.
No, but you gotta
Yeah.
understand, like
Know what I'm saying?
this was the
Girls
original,
are
like
killing them.
where you know where people came from the ships. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of people come through Rhode Island before they get to New York and Mass
Yeah,
and
for-
everything. You
for
know what
sure.
I'm saying? So like
African
yeah,
girls
we're
are
very
killing
diverse,
them
and
right
that's what makes us beautiful for real as
Man, forget
as
all
a
them
city.
other cultures. The African girls are killing them.
Come on,
man.
talk that
It's
shit.
lit.
Talk that
Ow.
shit.
No Photoshop and
It's not necessary.
Queens.
Right.
Let's go.
what?
So I got one question before you guys take off. So you know you.
We leaving already? Y'all
I
kicking
mean,
us off?
no, I'm not kicking you guys out. But you,
They got orders, Jose Cuervo, and they want to kick us out. You
listen,
see?
I don't want to
said.
kick you guys
We didn't
out.
even start stripping
Listen,
yet,
I just
dog.
want you to be like, oh, we
Yeah.
late because they
Yeah,
left
we
kept
do
us on the
gotta get to
podcast,
that.
whatever. It's all their fault, whatever. But you know, you guys, you know, you said you've been doing this for 5 years, and you got the magazine. Now is your next step. So, what is the next step from here? Like, where are you
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
go?
I got that. That's, yeah.
He got everything.
Yeah. Let me give it a quick progression. Is that we started doing the pictures and the videos, and we seen everybody else mimicking that. So I was like, okay, mimic the magazine. Pretty soon, everybody's gonna mimic the magazine. They're gonna put out their own stuff, and that's kind of what we really want. Instead of being upset, you know, all the time you Black, you want to be the first one, but I kind of want to see other people to come in with different ideas because I'm watching these guys' videos. A lot of them look like mine's, but a lot of them was like, yeah, I like that. I like that. So now I watch their videos so I could get better, so I could top them, so I study more. I do a lot of tutorials. Every day I study to learn something different. So the next progression after this magazine is a production house. It's time for us to start seeing real movies of our own time. Like my next
Coming soon.
before the movies, what I want to do is I want to, like how you guys see the app design. What I'm gonna do is I'm creating a comic series where it's gonna be like Martin Luther King as a superhero, Malcolm X as a
My
superhero.
nerd senses are like,
Yeah,
go ahead.
That's dope.
Harriet
That's
Tubman
dope.
as a superhero, and then they go against like super Klansmen, super judicial system, super people like
That's
that.
dope.
I like that.
And then they'll have like their own separate kind of superpowers. And then when we do the literal part of it, like the illustration, we do the comic books. So when you scan it, you could hear somebody talk. They'll talk the series out to you and stuff like that. And then we want to do like how you showed me that that Coming to America toy. I want to do the same thing because we don't got no Malcolm X toy. We don't got no Martin Luther King toy.
Yes.
So that's the next thing we're gonna, because now 3D printing is out, so we don't gotta wait no more. So we could print
We
our
can
own
do
toys.
our own thing, yeah.
And then we have the illustration with that, and then after that, and between all that and after that, is the movies. We definitely got to keep up with the movies, and there's only so much that Tyler Perry and Spike Lee could do, and then that's why I like Stephen Caple. I've been watching it for a minute. The Land, and he doing Creed 2.
Yeah.
I was watching them since The Land. That's dope. And then the other dude that did Black Panther, Rob Coogler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Did the Youngbloods. They're in there. Ava. Oh my God, I love her. She's the queen. So they opened up the gateway. So it's time for us to flood that. So it's time for us to come with our own stories. All our stories don't have to be just romance and comedy and something that means the world. We could come in with like different stories. And I already have a screenplay already written. I'm just proofreading it now, and it's based out of Rhode Island about this kid BJ who was breaking up a fight downtown a few years ago on Chestnut Street, and because he was breaking up a fight between the east and the South Side, he got killed in between that.
Oh wow.
So I'm basing the whole story on that.
Yeah,
So I already got that script already written. So
That's deep.
so hopefully by summertime we're gonna start shooting that. So that's the next move. So it's probably the script. The thing about my writing is not perfect because everybody say I got a magazine, but I'm a terrible speller.
I got you.
That's why
I got you.
That's why
I
it
hear
took
you.
so long. But
Editor
I have
right
to
here,
get
editor.
that's why I have to get these stuff out my head. But I still gotta write it and not give up.
So all the words in the magazine, that's all you?
Yeah, that's all me and stuff like that. I sent it to someone to proofread it and stuff like that. So I had to do that. But all the words and everything was me. And then and that's the next move. We gotta have our own production house, but I like to have it based out of here.
Yeah.
Out of us, because Rhode Island's the what's it called? The capital of the world. It's like the culture capital of the world.
Oh yeah, yo.
Creative
capital of the world.
Yeah,
Creative
we're the
capital
creative
of
culture.
the
Yeah,
culture.
yeah.
Yeah, everybody's biting our swag and just putting their name on it.
I wish you guys didn't have to leave, because then going from that, I would get into my Cosby question.
Get in your college question. We got time.
Oh yeah. Throw it out there.
If there's more liquor, there's more time. No, sir.
I was thinking
I'm
about
not
it this
an
week.
alcoholic.
Do you think it's coincidental? Now, knowing everything we know about Cosby, sorry, I'm all stuffed up,
It's all right.
and everything that's going on, do you think it's coincidental that on the show he was an OBGYN, which is a doctor who looks at vaginas?
Oh, Jen.
Whoa. I'm going to let you take this one, Stan.
If it was a coincidence, it was OBGYN.
You know,
Nothing's a coincidence.
so
Thank
There's
you.
a book on that,
to
actually.
to
That's what's
piggyback off what you're saying, there were a lot of things that happened in the show that was like,
I
looking
think
back.
I think that's deliberate, because he was a comedian, and I feel like because the shit was called Cosby Show and the character's name was Heathcliff
Huxtable.
It's a setup.
which means he had control of everything, right? I don't know if he was director, producer, but he had control of whatever would fucking finish. And he's like, would it be funny if I was a vagina doctor? Pudding. I think that shit's on purpose,
Yo, you know this, though.
right?
Cosby.
There's no coincidence.
No,
None.
but
You know that.
you know what? I'm going.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go slow.
For Cosby,
Cosby
though,
didn't go slow.
No,
Oh, Jen.
but the thing though was that the chick that his side chick threw him like is don't have side chicks that you can't control.
Proverbs
I wasn't expecting
number
that.
1,
Please,
chapter 3.
dive deeper.
Let me elaborate on that. Is
You
because
sure you want to
A lot of
elaborate?
stories on that. one.
yeah, let me elaborate a little bit
Go
on that.
ahead.
Even though a lot of stuff he was wrong, but the person that really did him in, like he paid for her college, he paid her lifestyle, he paid for everything. His wife knew about her. He took care of her. They partied together. There's pictures of them together. The picture of her naked on his bed.
Wow.
She was
All
deep
the way in. She was all the way in.
She lost the first case, and then brought it back up again. You know, double jeopardy
Agenda. There's an agenda.
should be called into this kind of case. But him being an OGBYN though, that's pretty kind of smooth though.
That's
I-
facts.
I-
though.
Right.
Double jeopardy.
But
That's double
but
jeopardy.
the thing, and then have so many daughters,
That's
and
just
then-
crazy.
and then the only one that was really a player was Theo.
And Theo's kind of funny looking. I said it.
Don't hate on Theo. He got nothing to do with
His Gordon Gartrell shirt.
this. Don't hate.
Who was Theo?
You wish you had one.
My cousin started going control line.
Oh, wow.
Shout out to that.
That's fire. That's fire. That's a hell of a question though, man, because he did have creative control.
Right.
So, he could have been any kind of doctor.
Any kind of doctor, because I was watching Blackish, and Boa Blackish is a surgeon. So I was like, okay, Blackish kind of has, parallels to Cosby Show. They have one parent who's a doctor, but they
Why
switched
do we
it.
always gotta be doctors?
Right, that's what I was
I
saying.
hate the
I
hospital.
was like, "There's no
Actually, I
other."
hate the hospital.
Yeah, it was a C planted.
For real, like I'll be in
Right.
bed
Nah,
dying, be like,
You see that,
Nah,
right?
it's a C
I
planted.
can sleep it
And he
off.
could have been any doctor.
He could have been a doctor
But he really
always
chose
got-
that
that's why I
because
wanna create
he
a
knew it was going to
production
get him
house.
the most.
because he thought it was funny.
Nah.
He's
nah.
like,
It
have
was more-
all
it was
the
past
extras come to me because they got to talk to me to get what's the word?
But if you want to even go dive even deeper in that, his doctor's office was in his basement.
Right.
that. Let's not do this.
Stanley,
Whoa,
Stanley,
whoa,
you're
whoa.
not helping.
That's it.
Yes.
We're hurting our guy.
I mean,
He
he's
already
already
in
in jail. I mean,
He
there's not
already
much
in jail.
more.
We can talk about
I
facts.
mean, so
Facts.
then, so
We ain't talking about R. Kelly because he ain't in jail yet.
So are we insinuating that Cosby used the Cosby Show as his outlet to get all the
But
to tell
sometimes
the
the
world
extras-
his
best,
secret
best way to hide something in front of
in
somebody's
plain
face.
sight?
Right.
That's how they do it, though.
Because there
That
was
is how
one
they do it.
episode that he was making some like kind of sauce. Was it barbecue sauce or
Yeah,
something
yeah, the
that
love
would
sauce,
put
yeah.
everybody to sleep?
Yeah.
Make them get
Oh, and make them excited. Yes. And then he had like a smile on his face and looked at his Claire and
And he always trying to get you to eat his chocolate pudding pops.
Oh, yo, that's.
I mean,
How- Dang.
you guys wanted to come on the show. This is what you get.
This mean we ain't gonna be on NBC.
We didn't bring the subject up. Hot in Rhode Island.
Did not bring it up.
We didn't bring that up. Yeah.
No, but for real though, Cosby was.
He was wilding.
How did we get
He,
to this?
he probably was like, I need an outlet. I need to get
Bring
this
all
off
the
my
extras
chest
to
somehow.
me.
For real, then he
Yeah.
kept.
Jen,
Then he kept putting the kid. Remember,
I need
I
a
used to
shot.
start.
This is too much.
You know,
I need a
because
shot.
I didn't
Put it
have
down.
because my father
I
wasn't
need a shot.
around.
Thank
So
you.
my father wasn't around. So when he used to throw the kids on their knee and he did that little combo,
yeah.
You know what's funny? My dad was around. I still was jealous.
yo, he put him on their knee. He did
didn't
that
do
little
that
combo.
thing.
Yeah, the little cowboy. Yeah.
I
And
wanna,
Peter.
I want
Poor
to almost
Peter.
fall off your knees, sir. Now I'm like,
No.
no, thank you.
Oh,
Keep your little dirty ass knee.
that's why Keisha
That
Knight
magazine,
Pullum
though.
done disappeared out the scene for so long.
Where is Tempest Bledsoe though?
She had a talk show for like 2 seconds.
She
Yeah, I was gonna
did
say
have a
that.
talk show.
But you can only do so much after that. After a show that
You
huge,
top cast.
yeah, you can't find a role easy because, like you said, you either be typecast or they're like Mark Porter Gosselaar. We all know who that is, right?
Is that Saved by the Bell, Zach?
There you go, Zach Morris. He's on a show that's coming out, and when I saw the commercial, I said, "Oh, Zach Morris." You will never. It's so
Al
difficult to
Bundy did it
transition.
though.
But you know how difficult that was, because Modern Family is
He had to go real evil.
right, and Modern Family is like one of the best shows on television, and has a huge. How many seasons has it been? Who knows?
Or like 8 or something.
Yeah, so the show has to be that kind of quality, and his role. I mean, granted, Al Bundy was over the top. He's still the grumpy kind of dude, and his wife is fire.
It's different. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard for when you're a black actor to tell the truth and stuff like
True.
that, because if you do something else, it's kind of like when you see an NBA player try to be a rapper. We like, bruh,
Yeah, we're like,
bruh, stick to
Yo,
that.
chill out, bro.
Bruh, like, so that's like when Iverson was had to drop an album and then they made him change it. I was like, ah.
just
Even though I wouldn't even hear it.
Sucking over
Yeah,
here.
it's like this. Even in
Shaq fool.
So
How
if
about
you're-
Shaq?
if you are,
Do you want me to shoot it? Do you
Kill
want me
him.
to pass it?
you have to,
Do you want me to drum it?
Oh, they know it. They know the whole joint. Oh man.
Fool Schnickens.
Hell
You had
yeah.
to bump a lot to get to
Fool.
to a different level.
They ain't got nothing to
Don't
prove.
let go. We don't even
Flash
like you being
move.
the first. Once you're the first, you can't get off of that. Like,
Nah, it's
for
tough.
real.
It's
tough
tough.
for black, for
But
black
Denise
actors.
is married to the dude who's in the movie Aquaman.
She's married to Jason Momoa. That movie looks so terrible.
I'm like, why is
Can you
he?
start your production company so we get shit like that out of here?
Yo, Shorty wanted me to go see it where I was like,
Nah.
denied.
Nah, you need to get rid of her.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
I should.
Terrible
No, don't listen to him. They
recommendation
give
like
terrible
that.
advice. Don't listen to them.
Hold on. I didn't even hear what he said. I didn't even hear what you said.
We're
I
gonna
said-
run late to the next episode.
Oh shit.
And she picks. and she picks. If she has you watching bad movies, no, don't sit there and watch. Don't binge watch those TV series. Don't watch no love stories.
I turn bad movies into good movies.
I know that's right.
You crazy? Netflix and chill.
You know how many times I tried to watch
Tsunami
Borat?
AZ.
You know how
You heard?
how many times I try to do a Netflix and they put a a terrible thing on, you be like, oh.
You gotta turn it.
Like,
You
that
gotta
kills-
turn it into a
that
good
kills-
movie.
That kills the whole like.
I love bad movies, ladies. I
Maya.
do.
Maya, do you like bad? I'm here, Maya. Do you want to watch?
Yo,
bad
hey,
movies?
Maya, they're not speaking for me, Maya. Don't worry, baby.
Like we had to watch I remember back then when girls used to try to get me to watch the Tyler Perry movies and I was like, no, watch the play. Because
Right.
the play is way better than the movies. And then
They don't care about you. They're trying to get you to watch Tyler Perry movies. No. They don't
No.
care about you. That's facts.
I love
Fellas,
that. I love that.
Fellas.
I turn into a good
I
movie.
have the idea in my head
Okay.
that somewhere in the world Maya's gonna be looking at this podcast like,
Oh, no, we're gonna
Oh,
tag her
who is he?
because-
Oh, who is?
No, because Remy that's with us too from Remy TV. That's her best friend.
Oh,
And that's
Oh,
with
yeah,
her.
yeah.
Yeah, that's her end.
Yeah, yeah.
So you're gonna
she's
share
gonna-
this with Remy
So
then?
she's gonna see this.
She is. She is.
Ow.
Remy, don't snitch on me, girl.
Maya, we're bringing back jersey dresses. Me and you.
Ooh,
Single-handedly.
the jersey dresses. Yo, look at.
Single-handedly.
I used to love
jersey
the
dresses,
jersey
might as well
dresses
them
on the
Jordan
females.
heels.
Oh my
you know
god.
what? I was
No,
going. I
we're
was going.
stopping there.
I bought my baby mama a jersey dress.
I know that's right.
You crazy?
That's love.
Jordan
Yo, it was
Hills?
love.
You didn't wear
I
the Jordan
love.
Hills?
It was puppy love.
She's a
Where we
sneaker.
going with
She's a
this?
sneaker connoisseur. She ain't wearing no Jordan Hills. But that's the podcast, man. We just be all.
Oh,
over
she was
it.
in the North Carolina
The
jersey
blues.
dress.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
That's when I fell in love with you, girl. Oh my god.
Yeah, you didn't fall
That's
over
what I
that
said. I
when,
said, oh
when
my
she was with
God.
Cisco. You didn't, when she was Cisco on that video.
was trying to fight Jay-Z?
Yeah. When she jumped up and she was like, up, jump, and then she like wiggled.
No, it was the
No,
jersey
really?
dress.
This is you. Look at you. You gonna lean
This
back
is-
like you didn't
This
start
is-
this.
Yo, Maya, it was
She
the
does.
jersey dress.
She drops the bomb and she just watches it explode.
Why'd it explode? That's how it is, huh?
Yo,
Oh, my goodness.
it was
We
the
were supposed to
jersey
leave like
dress.
30 minutes ago. Now
Oh,
we're
yo,
over
yeah.
here.
So, fellas, once again, HotInRI.com, HotInRI, the magazine, HotInRI on all social media platforms.
Word.
Yo,
Her
Stan,
face is
Tsunami,
priceless.
thanks for coming through, fellas.
Blessings,
Thank you
blessings.
for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Keep it up,
Thank
man.
you. Thank you, guys.
It's
Awesome.
so much
For
fun.
real.
Yes.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you for
us.
having us.
Make sure you cop the magazine. Make sure you
sure.
support. Make
It's
sure you
only
share.
$10.
Yes.
And I got you.
$10.
That's
We
less,
spend more
that's
money
less
on-
than a shot and a tip.
There
That's
you
right.
go.
Trust me,
There
I'm
you
in
go.
these clubs.
There
And,
you
that-
go.
more than
and this
$10 on
alcohol is
bullshit.
real.
Yo,
Yes.
tell him.
Do you guys want to get into fake alcohol in clubs?
Hey, how dope was that, y'all?
That was
Huh?
amazing.
Shout out to Stan.
Yes.
Shout out to Lamy, man. HotInRI.com. HotInRI, the magazine.
Mm.
Honestly, like, super dope, man. Like, this is great quality stuff here, man.
It
Yeah.
was fantastic.
I'm excited for what they got
Indeed.
coming in the
Indeed,
future.
Indeed. It's great to see one of our own come up.
Yeah. Speaking of coming,
Why y'all gotta be like that?
Right back into the flagrant.
well, because you were teasing it, no pun intended.
Wait, no,
from
we can
early-
go to Foxy Lady already.
Oh, give me something else then. What we got?
Just next.
We're leading this up. I hope we do well with the thing.
Jingle.
Yeah.
I forgot the jingle.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
So I was like, oh shoot, I promised the people Gen Snacks today. I gotta go get some Gen Snacks.
Yeah.
I went to the store and I meticulously went up and down the aisles trying to find out what they had. And I found two things.
I love that you put effort into this.
I'm not excited about either one.
I take back my effort comment.
They both sound gross.
That means they're both delicious.
Why is this happening then?
Ooh, wait.
I love Rice Krispie treats.
Me too.
Okay.
This is Rice Krispie treats double chocolatey chunk.
Why does that sound gross? Well, Darren don't like chocolate.
I'll try it though. Have you ever made your own Rice
Not-
Krispie treat?
No, I was
We
wanted
don't
to when I
live
was
in
a little kid.
suburbia.
I always wanted to. I always read the
Suburbia.
instructions. It was like get butter, put it in a bowl, melt it in the microwave. I read that shit, but I never made it.
I've read it. I always read it too on the back of the box and shit.
Double
Right.
chocolatey chunk.
Double chocolatey chunk.
So what made you want to grab these? 'Cause
I
you
just
never
saw it
tried
and I said I never tried it.
I love these
Noise
things.
on the microphone.
These are the joints my mom would reluctantly buy for us, and then we would finish it in like a day, the whole box.
My mom used to get regular Rice Krispie treats, but never double chocolatey chunk.
They had a rainbow one at a point in time, and I used to love them.
Rainbow, damn.
Like they had like the colorful one. I
That's
feel like
gay.
they took. It is though. I feel like they took the regular Rice Krispies and then they put on like Fruity Pebbles a little bit and then baked them together.
I don't hate this.
I love chocolate, so I'm cool.
Yuck.
You say yuck? Mm-hmm. This guy.
Because it's chocolate.
Look, man. Yeah, no, because it has the bottom chocolate coating and the chunks. Yeah, I'm a fan.
So,
Oh, the second snack.
ladies and gentlemen, that first snack was Rice Krispies Treat Double Chocolatey Chunk.
Mm-hmm.
And from the sound of it, it's kind of a mixed review. It's kind of like it's a okay for me. Like if I had to eat it to survive, I'd eat it, but I wouldn't choose it.
I'll choose this. I like chocolate.
I wouldn't choose it.
Darren says no.
No.
Before I left the store, I also saw
Store.
limited time only
They're lying.
Pringles Nashville hot chicken.
Huh?
You heard me.
You know, I've never tried any of the flavored Pringles.
Well,
What are
today,
you talking about?
Oh, no, Lay's. I'm sorry. The flavored Lay's, like,
The wild.
Thanksgiving dinner ones.
And the chowder. I don't know if there is one, but that'd be fun.
Today's your,
But I love
your
Pringles.
friend, your day friend. So limited time only. Pringles has a Nashville hot chicken flavored chip.
Chicken flavored. I mean,
Hot chicken Nashville.
Hot chicken.
Hot Nashville flavored chicken.
Nashville hot chicken flavored Pringles. Limited time only.
Limited time only. So this is our second Gen Snacks. It's a twofer because I've been keeping y'all
It's a
away
double-
from the snacks.
it's a
so
double
it's
header.
twofer. Double entendre. Don't ask us how.
We wash this down with some
Oh, yep.
tequila first.
That's right.
I like this. It's good.
Yeah? And you don't really do
ate
spicy.
one.
Right?
You don't even care about us.
I'm sorry.
Jen, what y'all look for?
I was looking for the juice, but
Juice smoosh.
thank you, sir. I brought
drink is
cran pineapple juice with me because
I've never seen cran pineapple, though.
I'm fucking classy.
Yeah, I'm fucking classy. How do you find these exclusive?
I'm fucking classy. That's
All right,
how.
Fuck shit. Sorry.
I'm gonna propose to his production company to have Real Housewives of Rhode Island.
Yo. Okay, so can I say
Good, do what you gotta do, sir.
you be having some ideas?
I be up here in the brain.
That one got Darren, you all right?
Because I'm thinking of this. One from Pawtucket.
Fam, one from Woonsocket. You gotta
One
have
from
Woonsocket,
please.
Nigga.
Oh my goodness.
One from West Warwick.
Yep. And then you need North
Definitely
Providence.
a Providence.
Providence for sure. North Providence.
You probably need a couple from Providence because you need from like a east side or a south side.
Yo.
Nigga.
Now, and they would have to be, obviously you gotta have bread, right? But there's money in all those cities.
Yeah.
So you just grab one of the
I'm so sad they had to leave because I would pitch this.
Yep.
I was thinking it the whole time. I'm like, nah, because there's not enough time to really
Get into it.
get
Text it
into
to yourself because you can executive produce this thing. This could be a thing. It doesn't straight to YouTube. We can make this.
I don't really want to executive produce it because then I would be tied to it.
Why you don't want your name on nothing?
Because I'm incognito.
No, you're not.
I'm incognito.
You're on a podcast.
Whose idea was that? How much did I fight that?
You ain't
So-
fight that hard.
So Bim, we're doing Nashville
Wicked
hot
hot.
chicken,
Wicked hard.
Pringles. Fuck you both.
All right. Darren already ate a chip, so Jen, we'll do
Because
this
he don't
together.
get shit. Cheers.
Cheers.
It's all right. I told you I liked it. Before my phone dies, I need to get into this.
That's
I
hot.
like the chip. Yeah, it's a little. It has
So-
a kick to it, but it's not that bad.
On the cover, they have like a down south type chicken sandwich with pickles on it. So I don't know about you guys. When I try new food, I like to chew and breathe like through my nose at the same time to try
Yeah.
to capture all the different
Me
flavors.
too.
So I get the spicy a little bit. I don't know.
It's funny you say that because I've been stuffed up all day,
Mm-hmm.
and I bit this chip and I was instantly cleared up so I could breathe.
Now, to me, it just tastes like a spicy chip.
Yeah.
When you say spicy, like hot chicken flavor, you got to trick me into like as if I bit into a piece of
It's a
chicken.
chicken,
You know what I'm saying? Like a Snapple apple, how you can almost taste the apple skin. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, it's a tasty chip, but the chicken is a little misleading.
Tastes like African soup,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
So,
crazy.
but overall,
I've never
I'm a
had
fan.
it.
Jollof chips.
Yo, let me tell you.
How do you? I found myself very close to Googling how to make jollof flavored things, just because I want you to make the popcorn.
I was gonna
really
happen. Don't
do.
worry. I already been. Yeah.
You're already
yeah.
on it.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, but I have to explore and experiment with different popcorn things first. So I'm comfortable in the popcorn realm. So I know,
Just bring 'em with-
can I do dry or is it like wet or solid material? Like how do I get that to be in
I
popcorn?
would do it like the rice. Like I would make the stew
Mm-hmm.
with the peppers and all that, and the tomato sauce, whatever you use,
And then
put the kernels, dip it in, and then pop them.
So it would have to be a certain amount because you don't want the popcorn to be soggy.
Right.
That's the thing. I want to prevent.
So you gotta
the
take a
soggy
slotted
popcorn.
spoon. You dip the kernels in the stew. Take a slotted spoon, get the kernels out, and then pop them.
Maybe dry the kernel. So get it in the stew, dry it.
Oh.
And
So
then
the flavor could seep in?
Yeah.
yeah, just so it's like on the exterior, and then I'm gonna try a few things. Yes. Oh, that's exciting. Good chips though. You guys like the chip?
Yeah.
Chips alright.
Like it.
Just alright.
Has a little kick. I don't have a spicy tongue, so.
So which is
So
better
some
for you,
misses.
the chip or the Rice Krispie double chocolatey chunk?
I'd rather do the chips.
Pringles. I think it's because of the design. I love to just run through them. But I enjoyed the Rice Krispie treat. I liked it.
Really?
Yeah, I did. What about you, Jen? Chip?
I'm leaning towards the chip.
Yeah. And Darren, I'm gonna eat the rest of your chunk.
Go ahead.
Whoa. Did you see that today on the Facebook where the people can make their
On the
butthole?
Facebook.
They can make their butthole into a chocolate snack.
I saw that.
Stop! Shut up! Shut
I
up! Shut up!
did.
Shut up! Shut
They
up!
showed
shut
this
up.
lady. She was all leaned back with her cheeks
Spread
spread.
the
The
figgy.
Bodie is shut up. What are you talking about? what
Shut
are you guys
up.
talking about?
So there's a company called Edible Anus. I wanna
Ah!
say it's called. Yes, and so
They just get right to it, huh?
yeah, and so apparently you could make a chocolate mold of your anus and have it delivered to somebody so they can literally eat your ass.
I'm googling. Keep talking
Go
about
ahead.
it. It's about
But
the anus.
that's pretty much it. I keep talking about the anus.
Jen, you saw this too?
Yeah.
Which one of y'all nasty cousins posted this?
I've seen it a few times today.
I don't know. I see it and I never look at the source. So
You gotta
new company
criticize the person
called
that's retweeting.
Edible
no, I
Anus
don't. No,
is here to make your dreams come true.
Ooh.
Hey, who-
I don't know how that was my dream, but that is if your dreams are eating a chocolate mold of your significant other's butthole.
This is. I just thought of a holiday. Keep going.
That's all I got.
A gift idea.
Hey.
Yo, look at this
Hey.
one.
Hey, open it.
So I'm looking.
Open it. Open
Yo,
it.
I'm
That's
sick.
what he said.
Yo, I'm so sick of America. Yo,
Because
so
they got the image of the
this
lady.
is nasty. So look, first of all, I'm disappointed in my friends because they didn't describe this well enough to everybody. So let me just break it down for y'all.
Break
Do it. That's what you're here for.
There's a lovely, pale, tattooed white woman,
I love
right,
the pale tattoo.
laying with her ass in the air, spread, right, and to the right, there's a picture of a small, like almost like a
Acorn.
Yeah, like an acorn, like what's those like a chocolate box, like it kind of fits in those little
Oh
chocolate
yeah,
box
like
things.
with the mold that
Right.
it sits in.
Now, when we say anus, guys, we're not talking about the whole ass. Think of a little wrinkly asshole.
Yeah.
And that is what they
That's
mold.
what it is.
And the chocolate is a like a quarter of it is missing.
Yeah.
And that quarter that's missing is
Because,
your
yeah,
anus,
Yes.
the veininess or whatever wrinkles
So
of your
the
anus
folds
is in
and
there.
wrinkles.
Did
yeah.
you say veininess?
Wrinkledness of the anus.
Did you say veininess? People can rewind this back, so don't lie.
I meant wrinkliness of your anus
A veiny.
is in chocolate form. Whose dream was this again?
Not mine.
Yo, I hate hipsters. This is a hipster thing.
Yeah.
I love you so much. I spread my ass in mold. For you. What the fuck is going on,
It's like
man?
Waldo meets Santa Claus.
Is the one doing the mold?
Yeah. He got the beard, but he got the stupid ass glasses.
Oh my god.
I think it's terrible.
Oh, man. No, let the dog eat it so you can burn his mouth.
Wow.
Yo.
Yeah, that's an interesting Christmas present.
Would you do it?
Nah, but
Why
What
not?
if the wife says she really loves your anus?
no,
Not the planet.
Does she love your
You know,
anus?
Answer.
People want to know.
we're gonna pass, Steve. But you know, something I would do. I don't know if they do it in chocolate.
I'm
I
already
don't think
nervous.
so. No, I don't think they do. But you know, you can make a dildo of your shape and give it to your woman or give it to your partner or whatever. That's the
I
thing that
wasn't
they could
ready.
do. Yeah, no.
You would do that for the wife?
I would.
For when you're away? Or just while you're asleep?
Just 'cause- while I was
When you're not giving her
Hey,
sex?
I'm gonna go to sleep. Just,
Eat his chocolate.
You would do that? You think she would appreciate that?
probably not.
Eh.
But I think it'd be cool. Like, hey, it's me. It's me. Look.
So does it count? No, it's still inappropriate. If you're just watching a movie, you just just kind of put it under her nose. Jen, don't look at me like that.
Babe.
That's the laziest shit.
Babe. Babe.
If you don't do it with the real thing, nigga, get out of here.
Babe.
Hit her in the nose and shit.
Right.
You
want
like that?
Do you want to do it? Yes.
You like that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Why do these companies exist? There's a market, clearly.
Yeah, because people are weird. There's the weirdest one that I saw. I don't even know how we got here. There is a photographer, I want to say in New York, who dresses up penises and takes portraits of them and it's for their partner.
Like bow ties?
So, like, let's say they put bow ties and hats and shit, and this was a thing. I want to say.
Do you put the hat on the end, or do you put the hat
Listen,
at the top?
I didn't divulge that.
I need to know where the hat goes.
I assume at the top.
At the top, like where the balls are at,
No.
or at the end where the tip is at, where you pee out of.
The tip.
So you had to stand it up. Because the hat's up top, so you have to stand it up like a baby that don't know how to walk yet.
Yo, man.
With the hat on top, and then the vein is showing. So that's like a tongue, like it's like
So for
sticking
all
its tongue
those
out.
people who are trying to figure out what to get their significant other for
Don't get
Christmas,
that.
I mean, it depends if they like it or not.
Don't get that.
So, Darren, I'm curious about these things that you come across. So one, it was the asshole contractions last week, then the edible asshole, and now you're talking about these.
Jen came up with the chocolate asshole.
These penis decorations. That you, what's up with your social media feed, yo? Well, how are you coming across this stuff?
It's Tumblr.
What are you doing on Tumblr still, Darren?
I know. For anybody who subscribes to Tumblr knows that it's just a terrible, awful place.
Yeah.
But as of the 17th, they are excluding all the adult content from the site.
What is going on in the world?
Isn't that what Tumblr's for?
Yeah. But apparently, so because it's so free and everybody posts up whatever nakedness and filth they see, child pornography made its way into
Oof.
it. Yeah.
Of course it did.
So
Yeah,
and to try to minimize it, they pretty much locked it all down, and there's a huge uproar about it, which I don't understand why there's an uproar for. I mean, like. People
you're
are like, because it's my right, I should be able to post my titties online, and if I want to do it, like, and it's like, yeah, there's other sites you could do that. Like, it's not only Tumblr.
But Tumblr, I think, a lot, because it's not all. Some people do it, I'm sure, in a not trashy way.
Yeah,
like more
in
in
an
an artsy
artistic way, like Stanley was saying.
Yeah, and Tumblr has a following. You have your followers up
Yes.
on Tumblr. You can't do that on Instagram.
Yeah.
You can't do it on Facebook.
So I guess
You're not going to go to X videos, right?
I mean, I guess it's not really art.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So I mean, but I understand that, but there's a much bigger issue. I mean,
Oh, for sure.
child pornography needs to be shut down. So why be upset because the good people at Tumblr are trying to
Not the good people at Tumblr.
the good people at Tumblr are trying to minimize that.
So, okay, but if you can filter out adult content, period, can't you somehow, set up safeguards to prevent child pornography specifically? Because I know, I'm sorry, I don't know. I assume if you go to some of these adult websites and you try to search for such things, you won't find it.
Yeah.
Because they prevent it somehow from going up.
I'm not really sure.
I'm not caping. I haven't been on Tumblr, but with technology nowadays, you got to be ways.
There's got to
to
be a
filter
way,
for
and
shit.
just like, there is a way to look for it and exclude it. I'm sure there's a way to get around that.
Yeah.
So I guess maybe rather than trying to put the power forth to stop it, they said, hey, let's just cut it all out.
That's lazy. Free the nipple. Free the adult nipple.
Free the nipple of adults.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of freeing nipples.
Fox Lady time?
You want me to just read it?
No, wait, stop, Darren.
All right.
Come on.
My phone is gonna die.
You don't like
I'm
foreplay?
excited.
I got it too. Shit. This guy, you want to go right into it.
You want us to spit?
No lube.
You want to spit on it?
So, ladies
my
and gentlemen.
God.
Whoa.
Huh? What?
So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not in the know, was it Tuesday night?
We don't know.
I don't know what day it was.
Tuesday night. Late
We'll say.
Tuesday night.
Let's say
A
It was a
fine Rhode Island establishment, a staple
staple.
in the community,
Yes.
had a very unfortunate event
Unfortunate.
at the world-renowned Foxy Lady of Rhode Island, Providence, Rhode Island. There was a bust, if you will. No pun intended.
Can we have a word of prayer?
No. We will not bring God into it. And 3 women
3 of them.
were arrested
Charged.
and charged for alleged Prostitution.
Not prostitution.
Prostitution in the beloved gentleman's establishment, Foxy Lady.
The legs and eggs capital of America.
You know, that was like the first comment I saw. Somebody was like, "So no more legs and eggs," and I was like, "You know, I understand your outrage,
Staple.
citizen."
Staple. This place has been around for nearly 40 years.
CM Zeddy, that's longer than me.
Nearly 40 years. Have either one of you attended this establishment?
I've never been.
I
no.
have.
Darren, we're being honest.
Yeah, don't lie, Darren.
Yeah, of course I've been there.
I've been, Jen.
Yes,
I'll say I've been to
Fine
numerous
establishment, yeah.
gentlemen clubs across the country.
I'm a gentle lady, but I've still been.
Right, in gentle people establishment.
Ooh.
And easily one of the best looking I've been to. Darren, don't look at me. Why are you looking at me like that? One of the best looking I've been to.
I haven't been there in a while. So.
Excellent food selection. And nice people.
Genuinely nice people.
So you
Nice
know,
people.
Well, I'm gonna stop you there. Whenever somebody asks about that, like, so that came up at work, and they're like, "Oh, have you ever been there?" And I was like, "Yeah, but you know, every time I go, I really sit in the back and watch TV and eat."
Thank you.
I'm not really concerned with the women there. I mean, yeah, they're there and they talk, and it's like, "Yeah, did the fries come?"
What
back
was
yet?"
that noise?
The dog.
Probably breathing.
There's something plugged into the thing. I just heard like a boo boo doo. Oh no. So yeah.
Yeah.
You don't. Anybody ever proposition themselves to you, Darren?
Not at all.
Jen?
No way.
Right. Nor I. When I would go, usually sitting in the back watching the game, enjoying a meal,
Yes.
or viewing the entertainment. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I have a rule. When I would go mostly, years ago, my single days, my rule was don't touch me. Don't touch my body. Even when I was single. Why? Because you do that, then that's entering another threshold. I need limits. I need boundaries. I respect what you do. Respect my wishes. Don't touch me. So they respected it when I was there. The owners, or not the owners, the management, super cool.
Very cool.
So I'm angered. I feel
You are outraged.
I feel like they've been targeted.
I agree.
I feel like it's a witch hunt.
Not a witch hunt.
Yes. I feel like this is a witch hunt. And I feel like, almost like what we were talking about Google, the city is trying to make a point.
FedEx.
So, when these three young ladies were arrested for alleged...
Say it again, Darren?
Alleged.
Not
not
John
right.
Legend. What do you say?
I said alleged. Come on, I didn't say legend. Come on.
When they were arrested, I went and read the article in suspense, and Foxy was shut down all the way through today.
Yes.
As they had to go before the board in a hearing because they're looking to shut the place down. Now, illegal things happen everywhere in life.
Yes.
If I throw a concert, Wiz Khalifa, he comes through, and the concert's going great, and people are selling weed at the concert. Should I get in trouble for those people that are selling weed?
You should not, but you do.
And should they shut down the whole facility because some rogue person
They should
is
not,
selling weed
but
at
they
the Wiz
do.
Khalifa show?
They should not, but they do.
These women,
Women's?
if they decided, allegedly, if they decided to proposition their bodies,
They acted on their own.
they acted on their own. Now, as an employer, you have rules for these things. Hey, if you get caught doing this, termination,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So I don't understand why certain things couldn't be handled internally. And from what we understand, there were 3 officers that were in the place, and that's how they got the information. They were undercover, and you have to get, I'm assuming you have to get the women to a certain point where they offer themselves to you. It doesn't just happen. So I don't know. But, oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so prostitution is illegal.
Yes.
And so do you feel like the cops should have said, hey, owner of this fine establishment, we have a hunch that this is going on, and maybe involve the owner in this thing?
Yeah.
Or should they said, oh, I'm just going to do my own thing, and that's why you feel like it was targeted and it was directed to shut them down?
Right, because so you get a private dance, right? And they're not being watched during the private dance. You don't know what's going on when they go off and do whatever. So if she's doing money, because I'm assuming the club doesn't get money if they do have sex or get fellatio or whatever, they're not giving the club a cut. They're keeping all that for themselves. Yo, Providence Police, if you're doing an investigation, let me know.
Yeah.
Because that's money out of my pocket.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That patron isn't going to get a dance. They're going to bust and I leave. They're not going to buy drinks. They're not going to do anything. I want to know.
Yeah.
So let me in on what's going down. If you bust people doing that, get them out of here. Yeah. That's not how we run this establishment.
Fine establishment.
This fine establishment.
Respectable.
And that's how I see it. But now if you go ahead and shut the whole place down because of this, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think it's a bit much to shut it down. I feel like it's targeted. I feel like they're trying to make a point, kind of like what I was saying earlier. There's plenty of strip clubs in Rhode Island. We've always known this, especially in Providence. We've all known it's kind of like the red light district of the Northeast. We know this. I mean, is it possible you have some prostitutes working as strippers? Possibly, because I mean, you're not getting like judges and shit.
It's
and,
winter
and accountants,
and they're
like,
independent contractors.
Right.
They don't have insurance. They literally come in, work, and they could be in the next state 2 days from now doing stuff, doing the same stuff later on somewhere else. They're independent contractors.
That's what they do. So to shut down the whole club, that just seems like they're trying to make a point, and I don't like it.
Right. So now, one of the young ladies who were accused of such acts,
accusations are not proof of guilt,
took to social media to express her disappointment and anger for these allegations. Darren?
And you gave Darren the phone to ring?
This is going to be so good.
This is going to be terrible.
So listen.
Darren, please let us know. And give us her name, please.
No, don't give no name.
No.
It's on the news. It's public record. Say her name. It might be somebody's cousin or auntie. Or sister wife.
Oh gosh. So Niche, I'll just give her first name.
Say the full name. Say her name.
That is so problematic.
Right? Niche Rivera. She doesn't really like punctuation marks. So I'm going to read this as well.
Wait, shout out to Just In Case for finding this exclusive.
Yes. We're gonna try. We're gonna bear with me. If you dumb ass cum drinking crackhead looking bitches with your saggy fat disgusting cat fishing filter wearing baby mama looking for your baby daddy ugly ass bitches think I'm over here doing the most for $300, you're dumb as fuck. I wear $3,000 Gucci bags, take flights, and sleep in 5-star hotels. Bitch, the news said this one of us said $300 to drop a VIP. What the fuck? Never did I say. Did they say it was me? I got $200 to give that bitch ass cop a lap dance, and they let me keep it. So for everyone reposting and talking shit, suck a dick and die. Keep chasing your baby daddy and drinking cum for free. Should I go on?
Ladies and gentlemen, do you think a queen like that would offer her body for $300? Huh?
No, that queen ain't doing that.
Do you think that queen
Ain't doing that.
would do such a thing for
Show
$300?
you just a lap there for $200, but that's it.
That's it. She
That's
told
it.
that bitch ass cop, I'm gonna take your money.
I'm gonna take your money, bitch ass cop, because you a bitch ass nigga and you took this lap dance, so I deserve to get paid.
Word.
She ain't out here working for free. Now you out here reposting her shit.
Are we sure we didn't want to read the rest of the
There's
Queen's statement?
a lot more.
I thought you read a lot of it already. No,
No, that was like 4 lines in.
yeah, she went off. I don't know. We might post this. We might not.
Yeah, no, we will.
Oh, we will? Oh, yep. All right.
We
So,
will.
bottom line, I feel like, cops are supposed to be community servants, and they're doing us a disservice in trying to shut down such a fine establishment.
Wow.
Do you know how many business meetings probably take place there?
I believe that.
Do you know how many out-of-towners, athletes that come to this state for a game or something, just need a place to unwind? Do you know how many mouths are fed from
Whoa.
that establishment?
Whoa.
I mean, you have a point.
I'm not talking about the cum drinking bitches that she's talking about. I'm talking about the people who work there who have bills or have babies or who have whatever. They lost money for these days during this investigation.
Facts.
Why not just punish the people who are guilty or allegedly guilty of this?
Well, because the cops have to investigate and make
Nobody
sure.
got shot.
No, but the cops have to make sure.
Nobody got shot.
I know
Darren.
nobody got shot. I'm not defending the cops. I'm
I
just
know what
saying,
you're saying.
they're gonna tell you, well, we need to make sure that the owners are not in on it. There's not more people in on it. It's not being sex traffic and all that
Fox
other
leave it
garbage.
You heard the
Sis.
queen.
Yeah, I
You
heard
think
it.
she ain't told the cops the same thing when she was in lockup?
I hope she said that exact
Yo, word.
rant
I want to see the
when
transcript.
when they arrested her.
Fox leave it open since before I was born.
Word.
So once again, if you're trying to find
And this is like the
prostitutes
first
in
time
Providence,
anything of this sort happened with them, right?
Oh, probably not.
I mean, finding prostitutes in Providence ain't that hard.
Not hard at all.
So to me, it feels like it's targeted. This feels specific because it's like you could go to any corner or any strip club or any whatever.
have you this guy? Have you ever?
Been
Have you ever
solicited?
seen? Yeah, I have never been solicited, but me and my dad was sitting in the car talking. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I forgot where we were, and then we hear, and we both look at the door, and she was like, "Are you guys here for some sucky?" And we were
Wow.
That's so sucky.
like, "Yeah." I looked at my dad. I was like, "I don't really know what she's talking about." He was like, "No, not today, thank you."
Not today.
And she was like, "Ah," gargly, hard voice.
Ooh.
Yeah,
And she
Nationality?
swallowed dicks.
white.
How's she
What'd you
look?
say, Jen?
Huh? I said nothing.
How she looked? I don't remember. It wasn't appealing. No,
Terrible. It's a travesty. Is that the word, travesty?
travesty.
Oh, I'm
I
so
just
sad.
don't feel like Fox Lee's being targeted. I don't
Yeah.
like that. I don't
Because
like bullying.
at the end of the day, it is a nice place. Hopefully nothing illegal was happening there.
All right, let's just come on.
I said hopefully. I didn't say it was, but it's jobs for people.
They took our jobs.
Yeah.
Build the wall.
Yeah, outraged. So that was that.
Word. And shout out to the queen. Hold on, I want to say her name again.
Oh.
Shout out to the queen, Nisha Rivera, queen. You speak your piece, you know what I'm saying?
Use punctuation.
Oh, hold on, I got this part I want to say. And she said, LMAO, before all my plastic surgery. Wait, hold on, no. There's no
Not that part.
punctuation, so I can't really, you know what I mean?
Over there.
Hold on, LMAO, people are just mad. I don't have no more Instagram or no Snap and can't be nosy no more. I had niggas' baby mamas begging to come suck dick for some money, and I had mostly every nigga in North Branford paying for me. No, North
New Bedford?
NB, New Bedford. In New Bedford paying me more than $300 LMAO before all my plastic surgery. So just imagine,
Yes, queen.
don't make me take screenshots on Messenger or Insta DMs and really hurt you motherfuckers feelings broke ass people. Don't nothing better to do. Yeah, cool. So yeah,
Justin, I hope that helps.
queen. Shout out to that queen for standing up for herself. They're putting a picture everywhere, mugshot pictures. Come on, man. For allegation? Fam? Allegation? That's extreme. Darren, you ever been alligated? Huh?
You call me alligator? What?
People look in Florida.
All right, enough of that nonsense.
All right, moving on.
What's that? Oh, so I figured out why my son be cussing so freely.
Ooh, let us know.
It's his mama.
Oh, really?
I told you it wasn't me. When we went to his house after the concert, it didn't really hit me. But then when me and Shenny went there last week, shout out to Shenny, he was here. And when she was talking to him, she's just letting F-bombs fly. And I'm like, oh my God.
You put it out like that?
She don't, who does she care? But yeah, that was the reason. So I was like, and my son, he's around adults all the time. So his grandmother, not my mama, his mama, has a potty mouth sometimes too. I'm like, ah, well, there it is.
There it is.
So as long as he's not doing it around the wrong adults, there's nothing I can do at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's the difficult thing about having kids that are being raised in two separate households.
Word.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because, and perceptions are skewed a little bit too.
Yeah.
When Dylan was younger, he was saying this the other week. He thought for years that there was only
Sorry, John.
he thought for years that there was only black people in Rhode Island. Because when he would go to church or go to parties, all that stuff
what
with
he would
us,
see.
that's what he
That's
would see.
the opposite of what anyone else says. Everyone always says, there's black people in Rhode Island?
And this comes from him because he's only around white people in Connecticut.
That's
So when
funny.
he go to my church, he go to birthday parties, all the fellas will come through, or you see his black people. So he thought, hey, Rhode Island, mad black people.
Segue into a terrible segue. Jen, Trump got his phone back this morning, right?
Oh, yep.
Can you, our political correspondent, let us know what's going down and why it's so important, and let us know why these tweets are going off the way they are?
Because he's an idiot.
All right, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
And scene.
No, yeah, please.
His former lawyer is going to jail for 3 years in the pokey.
You are going to jail.
Wait. He got convicted?
Michael Cohen? Hell yeah.
So I don't know shit about shit, so please tell me.
Yeah, Michael Cohen. I was just told yesterday, and it kept popping up. Michael Cohen's going to jail for 3 years.
Did he have a trial?
He pled guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he did some shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that was a plea agreement to get 3 years.
Yeah.
Well, what was he found guilty of?
I don't know.
Wait a minute. And he's a lawyer.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You got it, Jen.
Yeah. Let that sink in.
So while Jen pulls it up, Darren, if you're a lawyer, you know the law, you know your ins and outs, you know you could do a plea deal, you know you could take it to trial and get a lesser charge. This nigga didn't even want to go to trial.
He took a fall.
Because he knew.
Yo.
All right, so Michael Cohen, President Trump's former personal attorney, was just sentenced to 3 years in prison. Cohen pleaded guilty in August to 8 criminal charges, including several counts of tax fraud and campaign finance violations. Addressing the court Wednesday, he said, "I take full responsibility for each act that I pled guilty
Taking
to.
a fall.
Oh my
The
God.
personal ones to me and those involving the President of the United States of America."
Taking a fall.
So he's saying, hey, I did it. The president got nothing to do with it,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Taking a fall.
Wow.
And then this asshole finally got his phone back and started tweeting today.
Now, you kept joking about getting his phone back. Did somebody take his phone for it?
I bet they do, because there's too much of a chunk of time between when shit happens and when he gets the tweet. I've been paying attention. Like, so shit will happen and like 12 or so hours will have to pass before he gets the tweet. And then when he gets the tweet,
He gets the tweet.
nigga, he tweets.
Melania, where's my phone?
Give my fucking phone.
Where's my phone?
Do you think somebody's like proofreading his tweet saying, no, you
No.
can't put that up
No,
and all that shit? He
no,
just goes off.
they're just taking the phone from him, and then when he finally gets it back,
They should make if they were smart, they would make a dummy app, a dummy Twitter, and just have them like, go ahead, Mr. President, and it'll just be going nowhere.
that's smart.
like giving a little kid a controller and
Yeah.
telling him he's playing.
Yeah, they unplug it from the system. So he tweeted this morning.
God damn it, Bim.
Yeah, you suck, Bim. 8:17 a.m. I never directed Michael Cohen to
Oh,
break the
God.
law
Why did you wake up with this on your mind? I have to tell you.
'Cause you
American
guilty as
people.
fuck.
Right.
He's like, I've been waiting to get it shit off my chest. I never directed Michael Cohen to break the law. He was a lawyer, and he was supposed to know the law. It is called advice of counsel, and a lawyer has a great liability if a mistake is made.
This nigga's mad guilty.
That is why they get paid. Despite that, many campaigns finance lawyers have strongly ... stated that I did nothing wrong with respect to campaign finance laws if they even apply. If the fucking laws even apply, Darren. Because this was not campaign finance. Cohen was guilty on many charges unrelated to me.
Yo, you're reading that perfect.
But he plead to two campaign charges which were not criminal. How you plead guilty?
You can't plead to
shit
something
that
that's not criminal.
Thank you.
And I'd like to add, Your Honor. No.
If it was criminal, fine, but it wasn't. But he pled guilty anyway. Stupid.
Stupid. With your
But
big
he
head.
pleaded to two campaign charges which were not criminal and of which he probably was not ... guilty even on a civil basis. Okay.
Yeah, what's up with this guy?
Those charges were just agreed to by him in order to embarrass the president
Oh, my God.
and get a much reduced prison sentence. How you get a reduced prison sentence for some shit that wasn't criminal to begin with, my nigga?
So is he saying he pled to some shit, some fake shit, just to make me look bad? Is that what he's
That's what he's saying. That is what he's saying.
I'm sick of this guy.
Oh, now you're sick of him?
This did it.
This pushed you over the edge?
Yes, I'm done.
Those charges were just agreed to by him in order to embarrass the president and get a much reduced prison sentence, which he did, including the fact that his family was temporarily let off the hook. As a lawyer, Michael has great liability to me.
Okay. So, neither one of us are lawyers.
Not one of us, no.
But if you're a lawyer,
Yep.
would you do some illegal shit to benefit your client to no benefit to you?
No, if you're smart.
Like, what would be the purpose of him
Just
doing?
to embarrass your client. So that's what lawyers do these days.
Yeah, why would you put yourself in a position that doesn't benefit you? Or do some illegal shit just because? What lawyer ever try to do some shit to put money in somebody's pocket
Because lawyers love
behind
going
their
to jail
back?
for 3 years.
Yeah, word.
That's what lawyers do.
What the hell is going? Yo, man, this is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be really interesting.
It's already interesting.
Yo, I can't wait for the movie. For all this shit.
I hope Stan gets to do it.
Of course he's gonna do one. Yeah, because like first of all, they don't waste time with movies. Like the Boston Bomber shit when that happened when the marathon, a movie came out like a year and a half later.
Was there a Whitey Bulger movie already?
It was The Departed was based on him, but you mean there's another one since he died?
I thought so.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Shit. But yeah, when his presidency is done, oh my god.
They're gonna, I sometimes feel like they're purposely not impeaching him because they feel like they can get him in jail longer as a civilian.
Ooh.
So once his term is over,
oh my god.
then they're gonna come after him.
When is it?
And it's
when
gonna be
is it up
ugly.
again? 20.
2020.
You voted for him. I don't know.
I
The
didn't vote
next
for
election.
him.
Liar. You're a liar.
You live in Warwick. Of course you voted Republican.
You voted for me because I'm huge.
Yeah. Whoa. Yo, that is crazy. But yeah, that I like that though.
Splendid.
As soon as he's done, lock his ass up.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think that's what's happening because I'm like they're taking way too long to make a move.
Wow.
Yeah. Moving on.
Yes.
Y'all hear about Kevin Hart and the Emmys?
That's just dumb.
Let's do it.
So was it the Emmys or the Oscars?
I don't know.
Oscars. I apologize. So I believe the Oscars approached Kevin Hart about hosting this year's, and he had already said that it was always been his dream to do it, and they said, "Oh yeah, if you're gonna do it, you have to apologize for these tweets or comments you said back in like 2011 or 2009 or some
2009.
shit."
Yep.
And he said no. Like, I've already apologized for it, You're not going to, I don't want to have it over my head. And he graciously stepped down. And so, and then he apologized for it. He apologized for the comments.
Right.
Which I didn't really agree with.
Right.
But
He said he already apologized before. Yeah.
But what I didn't like, obviously everybody's upset that the Oscars are making him apologize for something way in his past.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid. And Nick Cannon, came up with a very interesting point that these other hosts, such as Sarah Silverman and Amy Schumer, said these tweets along the worst lines, and they hosted just fine with no apologies. So why is it that now Kevin Hart is approached with this opportunity, and they ding him in this way? I think it's beyond stupid, and I don't understand why. Like I think Stanley was saying, is why they can't let us have anything.
Speculate. Tell me what you think.
They just don't want to see us gain that popularity.
Who's us?
Us as black colored people.
So, to me, Kevin Hart, without the Oscars, is already a megastar. Not even superstar. He's a megastar.
He doesn't need it.
He doesn't need it. And that's why he was able to say "fuck you." Right. So, I'm more curious as to who is causing the outrage.
Yeah.
Right? Is it people from the Oscars doing their research, or is it some person that's not even of a particular movement that's just like, hey, look at this, trying to mess up advertising dollars? So the Oscars, they're going to be scared. They don't want Ford and whoever else to back out of endorsement because somebody who blah, 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 whatever. But like, what's up with these people? Or these groups, if they do that, digging people's shit up from years ago to try to stop opportunities for them.
Could you imagine somebody dug up our tweets from
Nick,
2009?
Fam, are you kidding me?
Every time Facebook gives me a memory from 2009 of some shit I put on Facebook, I'm like, ooh, girl.
Right.
Why would you? Ooh.
I mean, not even that. Just bring up episode 2. And then
right. You don't we gotta go that far.
Oh my God. And it's like, and I've over, because it's been almost about a week or a little less than a week since it happened. So I've heard a few podcasts and interviews about it, and it's like they're not allowing people to grow.
Yeah.
Right? You're freezing someone's tweet in time and saying, damn near 10 years later, hey, this is still you. Yeah, you did it. We haven't seen anything in almost 10 years since. Yeah, you probably evolved as a person, but apologize again. in order to do this.
To have that control.
Like, come on, fam. Like, if I did something as a child, or if I did something 5 years ago, and I got more information, I don't use a particular word anymore. I'm no longer of that same mind frame. Why am I being penalized later on? Like, people are still learning more about LB. Oh shoot, I don't want to mess it up. LGBT community.
There you go. Good job.
And maybe there's a Q at the end. RS.
Q somewhere.
There's a Q in there.
XYZ. You know, as people are learning, you can't fault them for the information that they didn't know years ago. You know what I'm saying? So if I didn't know that
That's
people,
your friend.
if I didn't know
That is my friend.
that people went by pronouns, and I address someone as a she, and they're offended, or a group is offended, 10 years from now, you know, off of an incident that happened, like, I've learned since then. You know what I'm saying? I'm no longer, I'm an advocate now, actually. I big y'all up. I won't talk trash. I correct people. But because of that years ago, I'm supposed to be held like what's up? What's really going on?
Like, it
with
wasn't
people?
even a thing 10 years ago.
Fam.
There wasn't even a Q in the LGBT.
No, there wasn't.
Now there's a Q, and now you getting condemned for forgetting the Q.
It's weird. It's like, yeah, we want people to get their equal rights, but at some point, it seems like it's turning into
a witch hunt.
Another witch hunt. You know what I'm saying? And there's allies who are riding for you, and because of certain things, now they may fall back. Right?
I also think that we are in a society where people are just super offended by everything.
It's so trash.
It's very, very annoying. Like, you can't be offended by you're offended by a Christmas song, my guy.
Oh, the baby is cold outside.
Yeah, like
Let me first of all, let me say. Have you guys heard the song?
yeah, I've heard it. I can't remember it word for word, but
Jen, you haven't heard it? Let me
I
set the
really
scene for you.
can't sing.
Yeah, she's like, I really want. I really can't stay.
He's like,
Baby, it's cold outside. And she's pretty much. So
it's the Christmas version of Blame It on the Alcohol.
pretty much. And at one point she says, "What's in this drink, baby? It's cold outside." But like, he doesn't want her to leave. You know, hey, stay, cuddle.
Yeah.
Let me get some of that. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a song. It's cold outside. It's during the winter, and at that time you couldn't say Netflix and chill. You couldn't say pop that pussy for a real one. So you just said, "Baby, it's cold outside."
Can you
know what I'm saying?
imagine?
So people want to pull that song because it seems like it's some Me Too type shit. Who hasn't been in a situation where you're just like, hey, you know, just hang out for a little bit? He's just asking. He didn't force himself, and I think it's that drink part of that too. But like all this fake outrage. Now, what other songs are on the docket for people to start criticizing and pulling off? And all that?
Everything could be considered offensive to somebody.
And like, so okay, so what are we doing? Who's the perfect person on the earth that's gonna dictate what should or shouldn't be said?
R. Kelly.
My
Get
nigga.
your shots.
Like, nobody on this earth is perfect. Yeah. Everybody is learning. We're evolving.
I'm surprised the Jay-Z line didn't come out of your mouth for that.
Which one?
I'm surprised nobody in the. What do you say? I'm surprised nobody walking a surface is.
We ain't perfect. Nobody working this surfaces.
Yeah.
But baby girl, work with the kid.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hov. But like, it's
the 5-year anniversary of Beyonce's album, Beyonce.
Why do you know that? A title?
And I was surprised that really
only
2013. Thank you.
I'm gonna get you some Louis Muscatel. We're going to whoop it.
Yeah,
everywhere. Whoop it on your forehead.
On my forehead.
You have to put some at the top of your head because this is the soft spot.
Okay.
Okay.
That she only came out with an album named Beyonce 5 years ago. I was surprised by that. Like, she had B-Day, she had Dangerously in Love, but the album actually named after her, 2013.
It goes by really, really, really quick.
But you would think a lot of people do that as their debut album.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Right?
Yeah, I wonder what the thought process was.
Drunken Love's on the album.
I'm offended by that song.
How you offended by Drunken Love?
I just wanted to say it. That's all.
She tried to force herself on Jay-Z.
Trying to force him on Darren. He was.
Oh boy, stop. So yeah, we don't agree with the Oscars. You know what's funny? So me and my wife were talking about it, and she goes, "I heard somewhere. I don't know if it's real or not, but I heard they were gonna try to get Eddie Murphy to."
I love Eddie fucking Murphy, and I feel like he doesn't get enough props.
Okay,
what?
So
Eddie don't get props?
Here's a hilarious thing about that. The same night we get into bed, and she goes, "You know what? He's been on my mind somehow. Let's watch one of his specials." It was the one with the red
Raw.
Yeah, okay. He gets on stage, everybody's going nuts. I want to say the first thing he says, faggots don't look at my ass.
You can't do comedy like that no more.
You
I
cannot.
love it.
But you're going to, if it were true, you're going to say, Kevin Hart, you apologize for this, so you can't
But
do
this
it.
guy right here,
And this guy, you're going to say, Eddie Murphy, you could do it, even though the first 5 minutes of your special, first words out of your mouth were,
even his shit, he talks about Michael Jackson, his shit about
yeah,
Mike Tyson,
yeah,
all that.
all of it.
But you know what? People are like, it's for comedic purposes.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like Lisa Lampanelli. I don't know.
Ooh,
The roast
Filthy.
master.
ooh, the filth.
Filthy. Everybody
Filth,
got it.
foreign filth.
Gay people, men, black men, everybody
gets
got
it.
it.
Yeah.
And even as I would watch some of her shit, I'm like, God damn, that kind of stung me a little bit. But it's comedy.
Yes.
It's for me comedic purposes. So like what? So we can't joke on you? We
Like
can't
even
joke
the
on
roast
people?
of Donald Trump they did was great.
We can't
I
joke?
personally like the Justin
The
Bieber.
Justin Bieber.
roast.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I nearly lost the lungs for that.
Yeah, so imagine they can't do roasts anymore. You can't tease. That's bullying.
It's bullying.
Come on with this shit. I'm sick of it. And I'm sure there are people out there that are all for this type of society and like super PG shit. So what the fuck are you gonna laugh at then?
So you gotta turn us off.
You gonna cut me off right now. Cut us off.
Cause
now.
I say nigga, 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 nigga,
nigga.
nigga, nigga, bitch, hoe,
Cunt.
cunt, window.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we gonna laugh at? Laugh at yourself. Life fucking sucks sometimes. Laugh at some shit. Like, laugh. Be part of the bunch. Imagine if all the comedians were scared to say anything about gay people. That's discrimination. That's actually discrimination.
Not saying anything about them is.
If we omit that whole group from stand up, that is discrimination. I would feel pissed
off. Why
off.
don't you say nothing about us gay? We deserve to be represented.
Right.
Da, 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 da.
So people are pulling you in. Everybody gets these jokes. Everybody. If you're a good comedian, you make it work. Everybody gets these jokes. So what are we mad at?
It's just society, and hopefully, I hope that as we go on, America's able to grow a pair of balls and just take it.
I don't know, man.
That's sexist. Don't talk about balls.
See?
Right, grow a pair of tits and balls
I love
at
tits.
the same time.
Oh, I almost said something crazy.
Yeah, a pair of nice tits.
No, I don't know.
All right, okay. So cool. Bomb. My last subject.
Oh, man, half our podcast was
I know.
up already.
Well,
That's
I
true.
mean, we could talk more.
That shit was
we're just
fire,
running out
but-
of time.
Yeah.
Talking to a good friend this morning. Shout out Dennis.
Hi,
Dennis.
Dennis.
Which Dennis? Who's Dennis?
Dennis, Stacy Dennis.
Yeah.
What up, dude?
Hey.
You
So,
gonna eat that?
yo, man.
Yo, I'm pregnant. What you want? Sorry. I just be hungry.
So we were talking about, and I asked Jen quickly about it, and we said, "Nah, let's wait." What's his name? Jacques? Is that how you say his name?
Jacquees.
Jacquees. His claim that he is the king of R&B. So I had to listen to it one more time, and I I think the rest of the world was a little bit outraged over his claim, but I listened to it again, and I realized he said, "Of this generation."
Correct.
And I said, "Oh well, okay."
Now, and same. I didn't mind him saying that, but when he says this generation, is he talking about like
Yeah, and
from when he came out?
Yeah.
Moving forward.
Yep.
Because there's a lot of people within the past 10 years that have been killing it for a long time.
Exactly.
So you can't put yourself in that. Like, you don't stand next to Chris Brown.
Yep.
Don't stand next to Miguel.
Yep.
So if you're starting a new generation of R&B,
Cool.
maybe then you can rule that. Have you guys heard Jacquees' album?
Nah.
Nope.
I listened to Anderson .Paak the other day.
Fire, right?
It was all right.
Did you hear his first album?
No.
First album I like better. It
Yeah,
had a
this
theme.
one, I mean, it was all right. There was only like one track I was like, oh, I like this track a lot. The,
Which one do you remember?
Crazy Girl? Crazy Chick? Simple Chick?
Oh, when he was going through the different type of
And then the girl busts in.
Yeah.
That one's, I like that one.
Yeah, I love Pac. But you're like, you can make that claim, but you have to be specific, and I think that he tried to be by saying this generation, but you got some work to do. Like, I like his album, but you got a little more work to do.
So what, in your opinion, I'm sorry, Jen.
I
Go
didn't say
ahead.
nothing.
Well, I thought you were about to say something.
No, you good.
I didn't want to cut you off. In your opinion, what do you think, like, what do you think it takes to be king of a genre? Like, can you say that being a year in the game? Can you say that with only one album? Can you say that to be able to make that claim, do you need 5 albums or 5 bodies of works or 10? Like, do you need to be on features? Like, like I think so. And me and Dennis were going back and forth on it. He was like, the R&B that he knows. He was like, define R&B. And I was like, well, I define it as, like the Usher, the Chris Brown, the Luther Vandross and stuff like that. He was like, no. Like, define R&B. Like, and he was like, for me, it's a feeling. Like, when they were talking about love and loving your woman or loving your man or whatever like that. And that whole feeling that was wrapped up with it, like the Boys to Men.
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's kind of slow, but I kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah.
So
where is Jaheeb?
Exactly. So he
good shit. He got some good shit.
So in that realm, he was like, so if this is how you define R&B in that realm, then nobody's doing that now.
Not true.
That's what was his point.
Well, did Dennis hear Jacquees' album?
I don't know.
See, so there's my thing. People have to listen to the material first.
So and then make that claim.
Luckily, I actually heard it. So he does have some of the trappy type stuff on the album. But I think I said it before on the podcast. The stuff where he's R&Bing, oh my God, it's good.
It's good.
He has a joint with Escape. He has a few. I think he has a joint with Donnell Jones. Did the intro. That's what I'm saying. Like, he has the guy can sing.
Okay.
But it's your first project, and I think for me, as you were mentioning it, it's what qualifies you. It's a feeling, right? It's sweet lady.
Yes,
Hey.
yes,
Won't you be
Yo,
mine?
Jen woke
Sing
up,
it.
yo. Her nose got all clear all of a sudden.
Right?
A lifetime.
What happened?
I'll be there. I
Is
can't hit the
Tyrese still
note.
here crying?
Yeah.
Well, he was actually on Joe Budden's podcast. Joe Budden called him about this specifically to ask because, you want to talk to the people who are in the R&B realm.
Yes.
And there's people out there making great music. Kyle Dion, I don't know if you heard of him before.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! And it's kind of like, I don't know how you classify R&B and soul, like if there's two, but oh my God, this shit is good. He has some good music.
I just discovered Tiny Desk.
Huh?
Oh, I love Tiny Desk.
I feel
That's
like I'm
an artist?
so late.
Oh no!
It's a
like a
hashtag.
segment. Yeah.
Oh,
It's
you
NPR.
saw her on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw Erykah Badu
Yep.
on it. I saw
Fire.
Big
Wu-Tang
Boy.
on it.
Yep.
Wu-Tang was on it.
Wu-Tang was on it.
Wow.
They done a
T-Pain-
ton of those, yeah.
T-Pain sang it.
Yep.
And I was like, where the fuck
Yeah,
have
I saw
been?
T-Pain and I saw Big Boy.
Yeah, Tiny Desk is dope. That Tiny Desk is very
Yes.
dope.
Where have I been?
Again, we're such black excellence. I saw that and that's the first thing came to my mind. Like, we're just such an amazing. I mean, all people are amazing in their own right.
No, you can say big us up.
But
Don't just
I will I will exalt them.
Yeah, hey.
That is just to take a very simple idea that way and turn it into something that beautiful and majestic.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, like
Yeah.
goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, it's I don't know, but the young fella saying of this generation, because Breezy's still doing his thing and whatnot. But if he sticks to his craft, if he sticks to it, and you can't sing other people's songs, you have to
make
be
your
able
own
to
shit.
create
Shout
some
out to
shit.
Ella Bay.
Yeah, word. And she has a good album too, actually.
Her album is good.
Yeah.
So I'm trying not to say this incorrectly. What is the prerequisite to be king of R&B in your
You have to be able to sing first,
Sang.
first and foremost.
How long,
Sang.
how long you gotta be doing it?
I don't think there's a duration.
Really?
Well, it can't. Let me see. I think it's bodies of work, right? Because if you do one album every 5 years, if in that 5 years, off of that one album, like a Lauryn Hill effect, right? If
you
off
have
of
that
that one
one
album, you're still touring.
Yes.
You're still,
Yes.
singles are still coming out.
It made that type of impact.
It's in commercials. Just people are, doing remakes of your shit, and you wrote everything on it. It's hard to not consider you because you've had a lasting impact. You did a U.S. tour. The year after that, you went and did an international tour. You got some features because you're popping, but you still have that one album. You're killing it for that stretch. So off of one album, if it has a shelf life, or if it has a life, which usually happens with R&B because you're not putting an album out every year, yeah, you could be running it for a little bit. Like Usher was running R&B off of what, 3 albums? Yeah, off of like 3 albums really.
Trey Songz came out with 2 albums like the beginning of November. I mean, end of November. I was so stuffy. I'm so sorry, ladies and
I'm
gentlemen.
glad you mentioned that. Have women abandoned Trey Songz?
I haven't because there was 111.
Yep.
And then the other one was called 28.
And that was the day it released, 11/28, right?
11/28, and I think his birthday is 11/28.
Ah, that's why.
That's what it was. I haven't listened to 11 too much. I think that's where more of the ballady stuff is
Yep.
at. 28 is more of the trappy, dancing, shake ass, twerky music. So I'm listening more to 28.
Women ain't really. I don't know.
I think it's because he's not touring.
Do you think that's why?
I feel like women have not really abandoned Trey Songz. It's just more like he hasn't had that many singles out.
He's not out there like that.
Yeah.
Is he independent now or something? Or
He probably in a relationship.
see how it ruins fun? It ruins your life.
Oh, wow.
See why I'm single? JK.
Wow.
JK.
I'm lying. Well, somebody said when one of the artists got into a relationship, somebody told him not to, because as an R&B writer,
This, yes. I remember hearing this. Who was it?
where's your motivation coming
Yeah,
from? Where's your
yeah,
inspiration coming from?
Where did I hear this?
It was in some interview recently, but I mean, there's something to it. You know,
Yeah.
it's I don't know.
Jen, what do you think the prerequisites are to be king of R&B or king of any genre, really?
I don't think it's possible to be king or queen of any particular genre because there's so many people and everybody has a different
Are you sure?
everybody has a different perspective on what makes them feel some way. Like, for example, Buju get out of jail last week, right? I'm excited. You guys are excited. Buju's out, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And people are tagging me like, yeah, but how could you support that knowing that he came out with songs against gays?
Oh, come on. This is back to that.
And I get where you're coming from with that, but once again, back then when those songs came out,
Right.
there was a different time. Just like we talked about the whole Kevin Hart thing.
Right.
It was a different time, and to go back on those times and try to, you know what I mean, like prosecute these people now for those things,
Come on.
it's kind of difficult. You know what I mean? But Buju came out Boo Bye Bye. I get it. But my whole love for Buju started when I was in the hospital after having back surgery. My brother let me borrow his Discman, and I had the Till Shiloh album. He let me borrow his CD, and it was such an inspirational album. It's about, you know, just like coming up from being poor and being a minority and not letting that hold you down, and how the Western culture really holds down the African culture, and how we need to bring that back up and really support our African brothers and sisters and not let that hold us down. You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole lot to that album. There's a whole lot to a lot of Buju songs. And when we try to define him by that one song, like, oh, he had this one song about the gays. Yeah, that was like forever ago.
Yeah.
You're not talking about any of these other songs, you know, like Walk Like a Champion, where he's talking about women and like really hold your head up high. Like, there's a lot to him, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like the same thing with R&B, like, you can't define somebody by one sound or one song, and you can't define a genre by one person being the king of it, because everybody gets a different feeling from it. So I don't even think that's something we can really say.
You know why you gave that eloquent answer? Because R. Kelly's nasty. If R. Kelly wasn't nasty, you would have said, yes, R. Kelly is the king.
I would have actually.
See?
I'm not even gonna lie. But in this day and age, I didn't even think of R. Kelly. I didn't even think of R. Kelly. But had it had been R. Kelly minus his grossness, hell yeah, he would have totally been the king.
Because without including that in a lot of the stuff that I was listening to, everyone had Kells at least in their top 3 for overall.
Yeah.
He's so nasty.
He's
What the
so
fuck?
gross.
And because he embodies. Now, I'm sorry. Just for the sake of the conversation, I know he's nasty, but just think about
We
it.
know he's nasty, ladies and gentlemen.
Prerequisite, right? Sang his ass off. Literally can go in the studio by himself and come out with a hit. Write hits for others. Tour. He can perform. Off the dome and versatile.
He checks all boxes, unfortunately.
Got his shots. Yeah, and the only thing that's missing, he can't play an instrument, right? He doesn't play the piano, or does he?
He can't read.
You don't need to read.
You ever notice like all his songs have just small words in it? This is Mr. Biggs. How you doing, Mr. Biggs? What the hell is going on? What you mean is going on? Kelly's telling me that you're sleeping with another. Just because you see me with her doesn't mean I'm sleeping with her.
He
If
definitely
you're
ain't used
not
no big words.
sleeping with her, what the hell you do? Well, I was just talking to her. Well, you might be just creeping with her. Ain't not a 6-letter word in that fucking verse.
No, yeah, he wasn't breaking out the
We
dictionary.
both know the game.
Man, what's that guy?
Wait a minute.
We can't keep singing it, man.
Ron Ozzy's all right. She's Kelly's my goddaughter, and she's in the background. Oh my!
And he's a Fat Kelly too.
Yo.
like skinny Kelly with the big nose. He's about fat
I'm
Kelly.
imagining a flag that's.
Yep.
Too far?
We have a file.
That's for Catfish.
Oh my God.
He said you look like Fat Kelly Price. You ever see that Catfish episode?
No.
Y'all know what I'm talking about. That fat where the cousin, Catfish's fat cousin, and it was like, yeah, you look like Fat Kelly Price.
I can't. How much time we got?
We have no time.
I think we're out
Oh
of time.
shit! All right, I'll save these for next week.
Wait a minute, I gotta check, make sure I got everything. So we were talking about print magazines.
So
right?
why I gotta save my stuff, but she couldn't go?
You the one who said it. I didn't say save
All
it.
right, my bad. Go ahead,
We
Queen.
was talking about print magazines. Yesterday I was thinking about it before we came here. I was like, think about the evolution of TV Guide.
Talk about it.
These kids don't know.
No, they don't.
They don't. Like now you have digital cable and you can just scroll whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
Before that, there was a channel on cable.
Number 3 and number 4.
Number 3 and number 4.
three.
Thank you, my
Yes.
nigga. And you had to go to that channel.
Yep.
And if you were trying to see what comes on channel 52,
Fam.
and 52 had already passed, you had
You
to
have to
watch
wait.
to that shit whole scroll.
Can you imagine?
Back. So you get there and it's 55. You're like, fuck. You just sit there and wait. And then somebody call your name right when 52's about to come back on. You're like, hold on.
Or you forget.
And
Were
you
you even
forget.
there? Were you looking at?
You forget what you was looking at. You start looking
Because
at
there
the
was
ceiling.
ads at the top. I think we remember before the ads.
Before the ads, there were no ads at one
There
point.
were no ads, and then they
Remember when they didn't even pause? Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
there was a
It
point
used
where
to
they just scrolled.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, niggas can't read that fast.
Then
So
they
they
had
said
a little
pause
pause.
and read and then pause
Yeah.
and scroll. And it was like 90 channels, 88 or some dumb shit. You had to keep.
Just true first world.
This is true first world problems.
But then when they added the advertisers, right, they kept the box kind of like
Yeah.
bigger. But then they made the information, the channel information smaller,
Yeah.
so they can have
Yeah,
a channel
bigger
thing and more ads.
advertisements.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
motherfuckers.
And then before that, what we had before that? Fucking TV Guide,
actual
the
TV Guide
magazine.
magazine. Yeah.
And you had to go to the store or you had to subscribe. And they
Wow.
bring this shit to your house like on Friday and it started on Sunday. And you had to go to the page for Tuesday.
You
at
had to
8
figure out how to
p.m.
read a grid.
You had to figure out how to read the grid.
Okay, 46.
Cook
And
down
only
across.
rich people had that shit.
Facts, because we ain't had no TV Guide.
Only rich motherfuckers had
Yeah.
the TV Guide in their house.
If you didn't have any of that, you just had to hope. You just
You
had
had
to
to just
just
wait.
let go and let God.
Let
to
go
what?
and let
yeah,
God.
just I'm gonna go to channel 36, 35, or
See what's
34.
on.
That's what it is.
Disney, Nickelodeon,
And
or,
God
or-
forbid your show did a to be continued.
son.
And you had to wait till the following week to see what happened.
If it even came on the
If it
following
even
week.
came
Because
up.
that happened a lot too.
That, yeah, it was just like, all right, we're gonna find out what happens to Topanga this week, and then it goes
Cousin
back to
Larry
like
Appleton
it'd
and
be like a
Dalkey.
rerun.
season
some
one,
shit.
season one of one. Like what?
And y'all new niggas don't even know how you got it. You can just go on Netflix
No.
and watch the whole
And just watch
shit.
a
In
whole
one shot.
boom.
Just
We had to sit there and watch a channel.
Yeah.
to wait to see what was on a channel.
That's how Darren knew when to go tune into Jukebox so he could go run up his mama's bill.
That's probably why I tuned into Ju. I'm not waiting for this.
Yeah, hey, what channel y'all jukebox is in New York?
32.
All right, you get to that. All right, TV Guide, all right, I'll check.
I wanted
yeah.
to bring that up. So
Thank you so much.
this whole situation of bringing print back
Yeah.
from, because all those print magazines like TV Guide, I had to find out what was on TV the other day. I don't have cable no more. So I was like, fuck, how do I do this? I went on Google, TV Guide.
Hey Google,
Boo. Oh, okay, Google. You know what I'm saying? And so this
can
whole
I pause real quick?
Yeah.
Everybody loved that segment.
It's so stupid. It's
They are
so
stupid. They're stupid for liking
Continue.
No, they're not stupid.
I personally,
We're stupid.
It was one of my favorites. The
stupid.
whole hey what? do I
Do
look
I
like
look like
hate?
hit to you?
Okay, continue. I'm sorry.
So this idea of bringing internet content back into print is super touching to me because
Yeah.
I remember that era. You guys remember that era of where shit was not on demand.
Nope.
Where you had to wait and you had to get that shit when it came to you and you had to appreciate it when you got it. So everybody go out there, look for HotInRIDotCom.
Oh, look at you. Hey, well done. Way to bring it around. No, for real, this magazine is really well put together.
It's really dope.
And I'm excited about the Zapper.
Excited?
I'm very excited about the Zapper. Zapper, is it Zapper?
Zappar, ZAPPAR. I got the app on my
Make
phone.
sure you
Yeah, I want to
download
play
the
around
app.
with this.
Make sure you cop the
That's what she said.
magazine because
Shut
it
up.
is super super dope. Again, shout out to HotInRI.com.
Oh, I'm actually going to do the Zapper thing for the Wyclef show to see if we
yeah.
show up in the background.
I
at
hope
all.
not.
I hope we do.
Whew. Yes. And again, just support our own.
Remember that time when in your cell phone, your incoming text messages and your outgoing outgoing text messages were
in
two separate places.
spots. Yeah.
Oh shit,
Yes.
that was a thing.
That was a thing, right?
We
We done come through sometimes.
shout outs.
Yeah. Shout out to HotInRIDotCom. I did my shout out. Your turn.
Yeah, shout out to Boo Boo, Demetrius Andrades. I didn't know what had went down, like I said earlier. So
We got the scoop.
yeah, we got the scoop. We got the exclusive. I don't know if a lot of
We
people
feel
know
excited.
that. Actually.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah,
excited.
we're gonna have to chop that up and put that out there.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
shout out to him.
Maybe we can
hopefully
get him on the show. That'd be dope.
actually, I can talk to some people. Yeah, I talked to some. Actually, we got a plug right there.
I can't handle being around celebrities.
Oh, he's super cool. I seen him out and about. But yeah, no, shout out to him. Hopefully, he can get this stuff cleared out and get out the way. I saw that he had made some comments about Canelo a couple of days ago too. So hopefully we can get this thing going. And bring a title back to Rhode Island. But yeah, shout out to Boo Boo. Keep doing your thing, and please, for the love of God, stay out of trouble.
I don't really have a shout out, but I'm gonna say shout out to this men's in relationships with their women's and be trying, because I got.
Don't get me started.
Yeah. So,
Get him started, boo. Get him
so I'm gonna try to
going.
be real quick about this, right? So boom, my pregnant.
All right,
wife- boom. All right. How you doing, Jen? All right, boom. Yeah. So
I was even ready.
my wife comes. She had to go to Connecticut for the weekend. She came home and she goes, "Oh, I listened to the podcast. I thought it was super interesting."
Which one? Which episode she listened to?
The last one that we did last week's, and she was like, "I was very interested in the segment of forgiveness." So we get into bed and she's telling me about it. Now I have been with the kids all day, so I'm already tired. I'm already running on like lowercase e.
Yeah.
And so
Lowercase.
Yeah, I like that.
That's good.
and so I want to hear what we're talking about, what she thought about it. And she says a couple things, and of course Darren is falling asleep. So I pass out, I wake up, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And I'm like, no, keep going, keep talking. And she's like, no, just go to bed. So then I said, no, I'm awake. And she goes, "Well, I was gonna tell you," and then everything went dark. So, but like it went dark for like a split second. So I opened my eyes and I was like, and she was like, "Good night, Darren." Right? And I was like, no, I'm awake. And she but she was like really mad. Like she was like reading her book, and I was like, "No, baby, come on, talk to me." And she was like, no. And I was like, "All right, good night, cool." So we talked the next one, and she was like, "Do you know what you did to me yesterday?" And I was like, "No." So apparently, when I said I'm kind of awake, talk to me, she goes, "Well, I thought it was super, super nice that you was telling everybody how you love me and how that little segment I said about her." And I guess at that point, I passed out. So she looked over, saw me passed out, and then got pissed because I passed out. And then I woke back up, and I didn't realize
Where it
time
had
had passed.
transpired.
So the stupid thing was, I was like, when I turned around, I was like, "Why she all mad for?" Like she just, like I just was asleep for like a second. I was awake. She all in her book, give me the attitude and stuff. So man,
That sleep do be feeling like it's only like 2 seconds.
yeah, that is really like 5 minutes. So guys, and women, just know your partner. If they're tired, like just don't be mad.
Yeah.
So
Well done.
Well done. That's a strong phrase.
I can't encourage my friend.
It's like you tried. We'll
try.
say you tried.
Yeah.
I don't know about well done.
You tried.
You tried.
here.
Dilly.
Anything coming up this weekend?
I may have a weekend to relax. I'll let you know. I don't know.
Are we still doing karaoke next week?
Oh yeah,
Yes, damn.
karaoke.
Any details
Shoot.
on that?
That's next week Friday.
Look, Jen said no.
We'll post it. We'll post it on our individual social media accounts, right, guys?
Yes.
Jen. We'll post it.
So
We're gonna find a location.
They'll post it on their social media accounts.
So it'll be a Friday evening. It more than likely will be around 9.
Yeah.
We will find a spot to invade.
Yeah.
And we will invade. And we'll do what we'll do. Come out just before the holidays, just before Christmas gets busy. You take that stress off of
Yeah.
you. The shopping and all that difficult stuff.
I gotta do that.
And you got
You guys shop?
So yeah, come enjoy.
And we'll sing some Christmas too.
Yes.
OMG!
Hang low.
Before we leave.
mistletoe.
Oh, stop
We gotta sing this song. Everybody's trying to
I'm
band.
gonna get to know you
Cold outside?
better.
Yeah. Baby, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
That's all.
This Christmas,
But,
come and sing along with me next week.
You know the words? black ass.
I was
This
freestyling.
Christmas,
Fireside
I
blazing
don't have no
bright.
glass. I try to push them up.
We'll be
caroling through the night.
Take us out, Darren.
I don't know.
And this Christmas
Okay. Will be
With the bass.
a very special Christmas for me. Also, ladies and
Merry
gentlemen,
Christmas, nigga.
I've still been adding songs to my Jen's Thomas
Yes,
Christmas.
please check that out because apparently it's
Yo,
the most amazing thing in the world.
It is, and I'm still adding
I
songs.
refuse to listen to it.
Like Elephant Man added a Christmas song to the title the other day, so I had to
Are y'all
add
gonna
his
make
song.
me listen to this?
I'm not listening to it.
And Vibes
But
Cartel's song, of course. I
The
had to
fact
put
that somebody, a couple people, like I'm now listening to Jen's Thomas Christmas.
Is that on Tidal, Spotify?
it's
or-
our title.
I don't have Tidal.
Hey, dude, can you do me a
I'll put
favor?
the track list.
Put it together, and I'll make a Spotify
Ooh, look at
playlist
this
for
guy.
it.
Look at you.
Yes, and we will share with the
I
good
got some
people.
good songs. I got Quad City TJs on there. I got Kaya.
And this is all Christmas music.
Christmas songs.
Kaya has a Christmas song?
I got.
Stop it.
Did I fucking stutter? I got.
Is that the name of the song?
No.
Santa.
I got
Did I
Two
fucking
Live
stutter?
Crew on there.
Live Crew has a Christmas song?
I got Ghostface on there. I got Elephant Man and Vice Cartel. I got Yellow Man. I got.
They did have a
Prima
little,
Donna.
Yeah, remember that Christmas rhythm? Rhythm
There was a
was a
Christmas
power
rhythm?
cut.
That's not. Oh wait, there was a Christmas. Yeah. Yeah.
I've got
yeah.
Jim Jones on there. It's a lit ass playlist.
If you got Tidal, how do people find your playlist on Tidal?
They don't.
Jen's Thoughts Miss Christmas.
Thoughts
I
Miss
will. I will
Christmas?
put it on.
We'll
our
screenshot
IG
it. We'll
page.
put it up for the good people to.
Yeah, I maybe put a link on
see.
Facebook or something.
Before we peace out, people, thank you for rocking with us this far. Number 44 in the books.
Fofo.
Make sure you follow us on our social media. Jesus
That's a gun.
Christ.
The 44. I keep the
Oh,
fofo.
yes.
Bat, bat.
Make sure you follow us on our social media platforms. On Instagram, it's PLSDLTHIS. On Twitter, the same handle. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Please delete this. I corrected it somewhere
I
on
saw on SoundCloud.
Yes,
I
I
saw
corrected
that.
it.
Yes.
What was messed up?
Before it was the space, please delete this one word / space podcast.
Huh?
But now it's just please
delete
delete this normal
Yes.
With normal spacing.
normal space.
That's
So
why
you
can't
have-
nobody find us.
Yeah, you have the ability to really just Google us and we'll pop up somewhere.
Hey,
We
Google.
are on Apple iPod section. We're on Google Play.
But you
we're
got to go
on
to the
the
Apple iTunes
app.
podcast section
Yes.
and the Google Play podcast section. I
We're
just found it
on
out.
Google Music. We are on Spotify. We are on SoundCloud. We are on Spreaker, Stitcher, I
Huh?
believe. Spreaker and Stitcher. They're
I don't
both
know
hell's
what
pod.
those
Spreaker?
are. I have no idea.
Spreaker is the way that we got into Spotify.
Oh.
They're all podcast apps. If we really should pop up on any podcast app for those people who are looking to listen to us and you use your own Spotify podcast app, I apologize. You should be able to find us if you just search us. If you are not, please let us know so we can make sure we are there. If you want to download our episodes, you should be able to do it on Google Play and I believe on iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes podcast.
And Spotify.
If not, please let us know. We'll get you the link so you can do so and take us with you wherever you go. You can also do it on Spotify too. You could download content and have you can play it offline. People get home safe.
Yeah, check out HotInRIDotCom.
Yes.
Yes.
Shout out to Stanley for coming through. Shout out to
Mr. Tsunami.
Yes.
Nami Tsunami.
yeah, it was another word was
They
coming
was
out.
lit.
Yes.
And please check out Just Right Entertainment,
Yes,
JustRightRI.com.
We're doing a corporate party tomorrow. I'm kind of excited for it. Yes.
Super facts. Get
Yeah.
that white
Yes.
dollar.
Yes. Guys, have a splendid weekend. Get your holiday shopping done. And we will talk to you next Thursday or Friday.
Support your local gentleman's club.
Yes.
Please reopen Foxy Lady.